Welcome aboard, my dear JEE warriors. Preparing for the April attempt. The time has come for the viral mock test paper, starting off with physics, then chemistry, and then mathematics for your second attempt. Let's target 99 percentile score. And if you are the one who is looking for the top-notch questions, this mock test is a must for you. While other channels are concentrating their focus on whether the exam will get postponed, whether this will happen, that will happen, whether this shift will be difficult, this shift will be easy. Guys, it is complete waste of time. We are completely focused on giving you content. We are focused on giving you the questions, making you practice these questions. And let me tell you, this entire week, I have been just taking classes like 5 hours, 7 hours, marathons, almost every single day. And still, your Captain Shreyas sir is here to make sure I give you that quality content. My voice is gone. You can probably make out if you are used to my lectures that my voice is probably not that great right now. So, my dear students, this channel is working tirelessly for all of you. All the teachers are. So, make sure you're subscribed to the #1 JEE English channel in the country because we are focused on giving you top-notch quality content without any rumors, without any bakwas, right? So, let's begin, guys. And I hope you have liked the video. If you have not yet liked, please do that right now. Starting off with the first question on your screen. Masses of the three wires of the copper are in the ratio 1:35. Lengths are in the ratio 5:3:1. Ratio of the electrical resistances are. Okay, let's begin. Hi Fatima, Sunny, Covert. Hi Rahul. Hi Jarvis, Afzal, Chetu, Sanskriti, Jeevan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Santosh, hi. Good morning, all of you. So, first of all, masses are given and lengths are given. Resistance is asked. How is resistance dependent on the lengths and the mass? Let's think about it. I know the resistance formula is the resistivity into the length of the wire divided by the area. Length is there, resistivity is a constant. So I need to get rid of area. That's very, very clear. So I have an idea over here. Density was mass divided by volume. So mass is as it is, volume is nothing but area multiplied by length. Perfect. And now I know that what is area going to be? Area is going to be mass divided by density multiplied by length. Perfect. Area is on the top. So density goes below and into length. Now if I substitute area over here, which is mass and density and length will go on the top. Perfect. So this will be rho into L as it is. So mass divided by density into length. So this is what it should be, which will make it resistivity into density into L square divided by mass, divided by mass. So this is the correct relationship. From this, it is evident that the resistance is proportional to L square and inversely proportional to mass. So resistance 1, resistance 2 and resistance 3 will be in the ratio of, first, inverse ratio of the masses. So 1, then what is it? 3 and then 5. What about the lengths? 5, 3, 1. So 5 square, 3 square and then 1 square. So this will be 25. This will be nothing but 3 and this will be nothing but 1 by 5 multiplied by 5. So this will become 125. This will become 15 and this will become 1. So I think it is option D, which is the correct answer. Yes, perfect. So density was mass by volume and then you substitute it over here. You saw L square on the top, mass below. So you put mass below and length square on the top. You will get the required ratio. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Next question on your screen. A projectile is thrown with a velocity a cap, b j cap. The range of the projectile is double the maximum height. Then what is the correct relationship between those quantities a and b? Okay. So the range is double the maximum height. From this, it is clear that this is the horizontal component, this is the vertical component of those velocities. Now we'll make use of these components for solving the problem. I'll make use of these components to solve the problem. Like how height, I know, is u square sine square theta, which is actually the vertical component square by 2g. The vertical component we know is b, so it will be b square divided by 2g. Height will be b square divided by 2g. Great. Now let's think about the range also. Range I know is the horizontal velocity multiplied by the time of flight. Now, horizontal velocity is nothing but a, and what is the time of flight? It is nothing but 2uy divided by g. Okay, so what is uy? Uy is nothing but the b value divided by g. So it is nothing but 2ab divided by g. That is the range value. Height is nothing but this. As per the given information, the range is double the height. So the range is 2 times of the height. Range formula I got it as 2 times of AB divided by G is double of the height. Height is nothing but this. So B square divided by 2G. Is that right? Now G cancels. 2 also cancels. 1 of the B also cancels. So I am left with, observe what and all I have cancelled. This G and this G, this 2 and this 2, this B and this B. So what am I left with? 2 times of A is equal to B. 2 times of A is equal to B. That is option C, guys. So I think C should be the correct option. Yes, it is the correct option. So you should remember what is the height formula, the range formula, the time of flight formula. Height depends on the vertical component. Range depends on time also and the horizontal velocity. The time which it takes to go up and down is 2 times the velocity vertically divided by g. All these formulas were useful. Very good. Bodha, Sanskriti, Fatima, Jyoti, Visala, Sam. Awesome. Awesome, Anumalya. Rohit. Very good. Very good. Awesomeness. Let's move ahead to the next question coming up on your screen. Match the following: the physical quantities with the dimensional formula. Physical quantities with the dimensional formula. Pressure gradient, energy density, electric potential, latent heat. Okay. So always look for the easiest options. Always look for trying to eliminate the options that will be better. Like over here, A has 3, 2, 3, 2. B has 2, 3, 2, 3. C has 1, 4, 4, 1. D has 4, 1, 1, 4. Okay. So each one is aligned or connected to two of the things. So I think I just need two options. Let's start with, let's for example, pressure gradient. Now, pressure gradient, if you ask me, it is nothing but the pressure per unit distance. So pressure is nothing but force divided by area. Force divided by area. Okay. Now, if you ask me the dimensions of force, it is m raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Correct? M, L, 1, T raised to minus 2. Area is L square. Length, X is again L. So this L and this L will get cancelled. So it will be m raised to 1. L goes on the top as negative power 2 and T raised to minus 2. Is it there somewhere? Is it there somewhere? Just check it out. M1, L raised to minus 2, T raised to minus 2. So A is going with 3. A is going with 3. A is going with 3. Perfect. Now, either A is correct or C is correct. Either A is correct or C is correct. No point checking B because it is aligned with the number 2. So no point checking that. Instead, either check C or check D. That will be better. So let's check C for deciding which of them is correct. So over here, electric potential. We know electric potential is the work done per unit charge. Work done is force into displacement. Force into displacement, and charge is current multiplied by time. So let's see what the dimensions will be. Force is m raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Length will be L raised to 1 over here. Then current is ampere raised to 1. Time is T raised to 1. So what will this be, guys? Check it out. So L will become L square. So m raised to 1, L raised to 2, T raised to minus 3, T raised to minus 3. Ampere goes on the top. It will become minus 1. So where is it matching, guys? I think M1, L square, T raised to minus 3, A raised to minus 1. It is matching right over here. So C is going with 4. C is going with 4. If this is anyways ruled out, so C should be the correct answer. Yes, it is. No need to check any other two options like B or D. No need to check that because you have already eliminated it. So in the examination, exactly do this. Is that okay, everyone? How many of you got it? Very good, Jyoti, Sanskriti, Fatima, Jeevan, Ashmit, correct. Jivan, correct. Anumalai, Arup, very good. Sanskriti, Sajarves, Srinu, excellent takeover. Awesome, awesome. Let's move to the next question. There is a particle of mass m projected with a speed u from the ground at an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. When it reaches the maximum height, it collides completely inelastically. That means it sticks with the other particle of same mass and the speed. The horizontal distance covered by the combined mass before reaching the ground. It's a very good question, guys. Two concepts involved of projectile and the collisions. So let's start doing it. All right. So let's say this is that ground over here, and you throw this particular particle. So it starts going up like this, and at the topmost point, I know the velocity. If it was u over here, I think it is given, is it? What is the speed? Okay, u, and this is basically 60 degree. Here it will be u cos 60. This is just before the collision. This particular mass is m. Now what happens is it collides with another mass, and then it becomes a combined mass. Yes, it now becomes a combined mass. It now becomes a combined mass of 2m, and this combined mass will cover some distance. The question is, how much ground distance does it cover? How much is that ground distance does it cover? So this particular x is asked. How much is this particular x, the ground distance covered by the total mass? This 2m will also have some velocity. Let me put it as v, which I do not know that yet. Also, this 2m will be at a certain height from the ground. So let me write that as h. All these variables I'm assuming to solve the problem. Okay, everybody with me? All right. Okay, let's see. First of all, what is the velocity? We can find it using conservation of momentum, guys. So using conservation of momentum, conservation of momentum, when it reaches the top, this mass has a momentum of m into u cos 60. The other mass with which it collides is at rest, so it is 0. Then it becomes a combined mass of 2m, and it has a new velocity. So m will cancel. So u cos 60, cos 60 is nothing but half, is equal to 2 into v. So therefore v will be nothing but u by 4. V is nothing but u by 4. Till this point, absolutely clear, guys? Till this point, absolutely clear? Okay, perfect, perfect, awesome. Now, once, unless it was moving with maximum, it collides completely in another particle. Oh, the other particle has some velocity, my bad. If the other particle has some velocity, then this is not 0. So then this will be mu. Yes, this will have some velocity, so it is mu. And this will become 2m into final velocity. So m cancels. So u into cos 60 is half, plus u is equal to 2 times of v. So u plus u by 2 is nothing but 3u by 2 is double velocity. So v will be 3u by 4. Yeah. So other mass also had some velocity over here. It was not really at rest. So this small m also had some velocity. Okay. Now, to find what is this range, this is like the projectile, horizontal projectile from a hill. Horizontal speed into the time of flight is that range. So I think I will need that height also. This particular height, normal height of the projectile, guys, u square sine square 60 divided by 2g. So u square is there. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So this will be 3 by 4 divided by 2g. So this will be 3u square by 8g. That's the height. Now, in order to find this particular x, so that range which is there, x, like from horizontal projectile formula is whatever is that horizontal speed into the total time that it takes to fall down. So that horizontal speed over here is v, and the time that it takes to fall down by this height is root of 2h by g. Perfect. So what is this v? I just figured it out over here. It was 3u divided by 4. What is this What is this height? We just figured it out here, 3u square by 8g. So 3u square divided by 8g. You can see a lot of things are going to come outside now. Okay, so this was multiplication. So this will become, u square will come out. So it will come out as u. 2 and this 8 will cancel, it will become 4. Let's leave it like that. So in the numerator, you have 3 on the top. G and G is G square, goes outside, becomes just G. 2 and 8 cancels, becomes 4. 4's root is nothing but 2. So 2 comes outside. So nothing else is remaining over here in the denominator. So this will become nothing but 3 root 3 u square divided by 2 4s are 8 into G. 3 root 3 u square divided by 8G, which is A option. Just check it out. Yes, it is A option. Perfect. Awesome. Anumilya, Jarvis. All right. Madhumita, very good. Jyoti, very good. Sanjay, Srinu, Jeevan, Jyoti. Got it. Everybody. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we had to use the concept of horizontal range. Remember throwing the stone horizontally from a height. So you need to find out that height and you need to find out this velocity. This formula is already there as a standard thing. So only thing was to find out this velocity using conservation of momentum. Both these masses were equal and they had some speeds when they just collided inelastically to become a combined mass. So we have used that also. Okay, next question. A uniform thick wheel, that wheel is there, of some inertia and radius is free to rotate about the central axis. There is a very light string connected to two masses and mass 1 is more. Okay, the system is released. What is the angular speed when mass 1 comes down by certain height? Okay, let's think about it. When this mass 1 comes down by certain height, let's say h, it will have certain velocity, let's say v. Obviously, because the string is connected, this particular mass will go up by the same height and this mass will also have the same speed but upwards. Obviously, it's a constrained motion. Whatever speed with which it goes down, this other mass will go up with the same speed, same acceleration, same distance. Good morning, Prakrutik. Welcome. Hi, Afzal. Yes. Now, apart from this, even this guy will get some angular speed. Is that angular speed related to the speeds? I think so. Because you can see over here, for that particular pulley, whatever tangential speed is there anywhere will also be the speed of that rim, also the speed of that thread which is going up or coming down. So this V is there everywhere, guys. Everything is V. And this tangential speed, this is your tangential velocity, is nothing but angular velocity into R. Exactly. So if you want, you can substitute V as omega R. V as omega R anywhere. Oh, so we got that. Now let's write down energy equation. If you write down energy conservation equation, that will be the best option over here because some loss of the potential energies, gain of energies are there. M1 lost energy, M2 gained potential energy, and this one, and this one, all three gained kinetic energy. So can I say the loss of potential energy of one goes into gain of kinetic energy of 1, 2 and that pulley plus at the same time how was M2 lifted because this guy lost potential energy. So gain of potential energy of the second mass. So M1 is a power mass, a complete power mass. This guy lost energy and it gave kinetic energy to this guy and this guy, and also gave potential energy to lift this guy up. So This is our energy equation. So let's write it down. Loss of potential energy of M1 will be M1GH. Gain of kinetic energy of this and this. For the first mass, half M1V1 square. Second mass, half M2V2 square. Next pulley, half I omega square. Gain of potential energy of 2 M, sorry, M2G and H. M2G and H. Question is to find omega. So let's replace V1 and V2. Let's replace V1 and V2, which are the tangential velocities. They will all be equal, guys. That will be the velocity of 1, which will also be the velocity of 2, will be omega r. Everything V1 and V2 will be just omega r. So that's it, guys. So M1 GH, bring this guy over here, minus M2 GH is half M1 omega square r square plus half M2 omega square r square plus half I omega square. Now from here I can take GH common and it will be M1 minus M2. Here I can take omega square divided by 2 common and I will be left with M1 r square plus M2 r square plus I. That's it. M1 r square plus M2 r square plus I. Perfect. So I want omega square, right? I want omega square. So if I want omega square, this 2 will go on the top. So 2 times of GH, you will have M1 minus M2. The whole thing divided by M1 plus M2 is there multiplied by R square plus that moment of inertia. So therefore, omega will be just the root of this entire thing. So where is it matching, guys? Come on. The root of this entire thing. The root of this entire thing. 2 times M1 minus M2 GH. Okay. Plus is out of question. So D and A is gone. Out of B and C, I want 2GH. So 2GH is only there over here inside the root. So B option. So B option is the right option. Is that correct? Very good. Anoop, good morning, Pinky. Yeah, the duration of the session will not be long enough. It will be short only. Yeah, because it's standard mock test. Very important questions. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next question on your screen. The mass of the moon is 1/81th of the earth, but gravitational pull is 1/6th of the earth. Gravitational pull is 1/6th of the earth. Okay. Come on, think about it. Why is it true? Why is it true? So gravitational pull is 1/6. So what is the formula for gravitational acceleration? It is gm divided by r square, right? Gm divided by r square. Okay. So mass is in a different ratio. Maybe the radius is in a different ratio. So that's why the gravity is also in a different ratio. So gravity of the moon divided by gravity of earth will be mass of the moon upon mass of the earth, radius of the earth, radius of the moon, the whole square. It is inversely related to the square of the radius. So this is 1/6 as per the given question. The mass of the moon is 1/81. So this is 1 by 81 and this is RE by RM whole square. So if you ask me what is R moon by RE, so R moon divided by RE. So if I square it, 6 goes on the top divided by 81. So radius of the moon by radius of the earth will be root of 6 by root of 81 is nothing but 9. So root of 6 divided by root of 81. Okay, come on guys. Radius of the earth is just check this out. 9 by root 69, 81 by 6. Radius of the moon, I think none of the above as of now that I can see. Just check it out. 181. This is 1/6 of the earth. Yep. So moons and earths, if you compare, moon's gravity is 1/6. Mass of the moon is 1 by 81. This is RE by RM square. So RM by RE will be 6 goes on the top and 81 stays over here. 81's root is 9. 6's root is root 6. Okay, perfect. So root 6 by 81 it should have been, but I don't see any other option matching over here. So it should be basically none of these. Everyone with me? Perfect? Yep, nothing is matching. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Guys, please, yeah, talk in only English. Don't, yeah, spam in other things. Yeah, or else the admin will, yeah, get angry. Yeah, please don't anger the admin. Okay, cool. Let's go with the next question, guys, coming up on your screen. Here it is. There is a spring mass system. Spring constants are different. The question is, what's the frequency of the oscillation? Now, whenever such questions come, remember, if the springs are one after the other, then they are considered in series. But if the springs are besides each other, like this, or one spring is here, the mass is in between, or another spring is here, then they are considered to be in parallel. So actually speaking, these springs are in parallel, not in series. So which means what will happen is you have to add the spring constants to get the effective spring constant. It will be just k plus 2k. It will be just k plus 2k, which is basically 3k. So the time period of oscillation will be 2 pi under root m by 3k. M by 3k. Is that understood, guys? M by 3k. But we don't want the time period. We want the frequency. So if you want the frequency, it is 1 by time period. So this 2 pi comes below, 3k goes on the top, and mass stays here. So this is your effective spring constant, which I have substituted. So 3k by m, guys, that is C option, obviously. Yeah, so that is the answer. So remember, these kind of situations are always in parallel. Either the springs are besides each other, or on either side of the mass. If it is one after the other and then connected to the mass, then only it is in series. When it is in series, use the resistors in parallel formula. So 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2 will be 1 by k effective. So it's exactly opposite of the resistors. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next questions, guys, coming up on your screen. If the work done to form a bubble of volume V is given, then the amount of work required to be done to form a bubble of volume 2V is how much? This kind of surface tension based questions came many times in the January attempt. So let's try to do it. Now, whatever work you do is going in increasing the surface potential energy. And the surface potential energy is given by surface tension into the increase of the area. Because the area is the area of the bubble, which is a sphere. So it will be 4 pi r square, but there are two surfaces. That's why inside and outside. So you multiply it by 2. So therefore, the work is 8s pi r square. But I don't want the work relationship with the radius. I want it with volume. So on the sidelines, what I will do, how is volume related to the radius? It's 4 by 3 pi r cube. So what is r cube then? It is 3v by 4 pi, 3 times v by 4 pi. So radius is cube root of 3v by 4 pi. So use that over here and let's see what do we get. So it will be 8s pi. Instead of r, I will put this entire thing, which is 3v divided by 4 pi whole raised to 1 by 3, whole raised to 1 by 3. But I have to square it. So I will put the number 2 over here. I'll put the number 2 over here. So it is raised to 2 by 3. So from this, it is very clear that the work is, all the other numbers are constants, is proportional to volume raised to 2 by 3. It's proportional to volume raised to 2 by 3. So therefore, the new work done divided by that old work done will be the new volume upon that old volume whole raised to 2 by 3. Now the new volume is, I think, double. So 2 times V divided by V whole raised to 2 by 3. The new work is what I have to find out. The old work is the W. So therefore, the new work divided by that old work W. V cancels, 2 raised to 2 by 3. 2 raised to 2 by 3. Perfect. 2 raised to 2 by 3, which is nothing but 2 square is 4. 4 raised to 1 by 3, cube root of 4. So the new work will be cube root of 4 multiplied by the old work. Cube root of 4 multiplied by the old work, which is option A, guys. Is that right, everyone? Very good. Awesome. Perfecto. Perfecto. Great. Let's move to the next question on your screen. In a double slit experiment, there is a certain point on the screen with some path difference, so that the interfering waves, the intensity, the path difference is 1/8 of the wavelength. Okay, the path difference is 1/8 of the wavelength. The ratio of the intensity of light at that point to the center of the bright fringes. Okay, let's read the question. At a certain point, the path difference is 1/8 of the wavelength, meaning this delta x is 1/8 of the wavelength. From this, you can find the phase difference, which is having a formula delta x by lambda into 2 pi. Delta x is lambda by 8. So put lambda by 8. Lambda is there here, 2 pi is there on the top. Lambda cancels, 2 goes with 8, so it will become pi by 4. That's your phase difference. That's your phase difference. So what is the intensity at that particular point? It will be I1 plus I2, which is I only, plus 2 root I1 I2 cos of the phase difference, which is pi by 4. Okay, so this will become nothing but 2i plus 2i, and cos pi by 4 is nothing but cos 45, which is 1 by root 2. Okay, so this will become nothing but 2i common 1 plus 1 by root 2. Okay, so this is the intensity at that particular point. Till this point, everybody clear about this? Till this point, everybody clear about this? Perfect. Now, that is not the end story. You have to compare it with the intensity of the center of the bright fringe. Intensity at the center of the bright fringe. Over there, you will have the maximum intensity, and the maximum intensity is root, or you can just say I plus 2 root I1 I2 cos 0. So it will become I plus 2i cos 0 is 1. So it will basically become 4 times of I. It will have constructive interference. So phase difference will be 0 degrees. Phase difference will be 0 degrees. Okay, now take the ratio of both of them. So intensity at that point by that maximum intensity which you will get. Well, intensity at that point is 2i into 1 plus 1 by root 2. The whole thing divided by, what is this? 4 times of I. I cancels, so 1 plus 1 by root 2 is there, and here you have 2, because 2 and 4 cancels, becomes 2. Now you can do this, guys. 1 by root 2 is approximately 0.707, and this is 2. So this will be 2.7 divided by 2. Okay, so how much will it come out to be? 2.707 divided by 2. Come on, guys. Yep, just check it out if this is what it should have been. The ratio of the intensity of the light, 1/8 wavelength. Yes, this is pi by 4. Perfect. So 2i2. Yes, this is 1 by root 2. Intensity maximum will be this. Oh, sorry. Why did I put 2.707? This would be 1. Sorry, my bad. This will be 1.707 divided by 2. Just check it out now. 17 by 2 will be 8.5. So it should be 0.85. So 0.85 something. So 0.85 is there over here. Let's check it out. Yes, option A is correct. Option A is correct. Very good. Check it out. Yep. Very good, guys. Many of you said option A. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Let's move to the next question coming up on your screen. Okay, get ready, guys. Ready, everyone? Next question. All electromagnetic waves is transporting energy in the positive direction of Z, At some point, the direction of electric field is along x-axis. What will be the direction of the magnetic field at that particular point? Okay. So electric field is along x-axis. Electric field is along x-axis. The wave is going along z direction positively. So this is the direction of the velocity of that wave. So c k cap, c is the speed of light. So where will the magnetic field be? We know one thing, that electric field vector, when crossed with the magnetic field, should be in the direction of the velocity of the wave. E cross B should be C. Now, obviously, magnetic field will be perpendicular, means it will be either here or it will be here. So, if you take it here, then what will happen? E cross B is C. Yes, it is coming out. But if you take it below, then E cross B is going inside, which is not correct. So, the only possibility is when the magnetic field is in the J cap direction. Yep. So E cross B will then give you C. It cannot be downwards, because if it is downwards, then E cross B will not be C. So that option is completely eliminated. So it should be in the positive direction. Sorry, this is not X, positive direction of what is it? Y. It should have been option B, guys. Option B. Everybody with me? In the positive direction of Y. Yep. Yep. Very good. Yes, this is X, this is Z. So E cross B will be this velocity of light. So magnetic field is in the positive direction of that Y. What will be the direction of the magnetic field at that point? Is that okay, guys? Everyone? Very good. Awesome. For VIT Triple E also we'll be doing it. Don't worry. And Tanuj 2026 batch is also coming very soon. Yep. 2026 is also coming. Sanjay, just concentrate on solving problems. If you keep worrying about your examination like this, then you will face lot of difficulty in the examination. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just concentrate on solving problems. You will cry after that also. No point crying now when there is so much little time left. Just solve problems. Just keep solving problems. No point reading theory also right now. Just keep solving problems. Okay. So moving on to the next question. Let gamma win be the ratio of the molar specific heat capacities of helium. Gamma 2 is Cp by Cv ratio of oxygen, but it is considered as rigid. Rigid means vibrational modes are not considered. Okay, so what is gamma 1 by gamma 2? I think that is very simple. So helium is monoatomic molecule. So gamma of monoatomic molecule, because there are 5 degrees of freedom. Yep, so there are 5 degrees of freedom, right? You have, sorry, 3 degrees of freedom. It's a monoatomic molecule. 3 translation, no rotation. So that's why it will be nothing but 3 by 5. Gamma will be nothing but Cp by Cv. So it will be 5 by 3. Similarly, what will be gamma 2? What will be gamma 2? It is nothing but oxygen. So it is a diatomic molecule. So it has 5 degrees of freedom. So Cp by Cv ratio. So this will be 5. This will be 7. Now the question is, just find the ratio of gamma 1 by gamma 2. That is fairly simple. So gamma 1 is 5 by 3. Gamma 2 is 7 by 5. So it will be 25 over here, and this will be 21. 25 by 21, guys. That is C option, which is correct. C for Captain Shreyas. Perfect. Awesome. Very good. Excellent. Many of you got it. Very cool. Very cool. Let's move to the next question on your screen. The distance of the Earth from the Sun is this much kilometers. Then the distance of the imaginary planet, okay, whose period is 8 years, will be how much? I think it's based on Kepler's law, which says the square of the time period is proportional to the cube of the distance. Is proportional to the cube of that particular distance. Okay. Let's see if we can do something now. Now we know that the time period of Earth upon time period of that particular planet, if I square it, it will be distance of the Earth divided by distance of that imaginary planet whole cube. Time period of the earth is 1 year. Time period of that imaginary planet is 8. So square it is equal to radius of that earth's orbit is the distance from the earth to the sun, which is 1.5 into 10 to the power 6. The whole thing divided by distance of that planet from the sun. This is cube. 1 by 8 square is nothing but 1 by 64. This is as it is. Let's take cube root. So cube root of 1 by 64 is 1.5 10 to the power 6 by the distance of that imaginary planet. Cube root of 64 is 1 by 4. So 1.5 10 to the power 6 divided by distance of that planet. So the distance of that planet is 1.5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 10 to the power 6, guys. Yep. So it will be nothing but 6 into 10 to the power 6. So that distance will be 6 into 10 to the power 6 kilometers. 6 into 10 to the power 6, I think it is this one. Option number B, perfect. Just use of Kepler's law. Just use of Kepler's law. Very good, very good. Awesome. Let's go to the next question on your screen. The time period of a satellite revolving about the Earth's surface of height equal to the radius r will be how much? Time period of the satellite. There is a formula for time period of satellite. What's the formula? Time period formula is 2 pi under root. Here you have the distance from the center cube divided by gm. That's the time period of a satellite formula with the distance from the center. So 2 pi under root gm is there. This small r, understand, because the radius of the earth is r, the distance from the surface is r, where the satellite is moving. So that small r will be 2r. So this will be 2r and then you have to cube it. Okay. Now the time period of the satellite revolving about the earth's surface at a height h is equal to r will be given, g is pi square and r is the radius. Okay, small g is given, perfect. So what we'll do, 2 pi under root 2 cube is basically 8. This will be r cube divided by gm. Now I have an idea. The idea is this: acceleration due to gravity is gm divided by r square, and this g they have given, it is equal to pi square. Therefore gm being gr square, it will be pi r square, sorry, pi square r square. This g is pi square, so substitute g as pi square. So gm will be pi square r square. So this g I will substitute over here. So see what will happen. This will become 2 pi root 8 r cube divided by, instead of g m, I will substitute it as pi square r square. So what will happen next? Well, pi square will come outside. It will become just pi. R cube r will cancel and I will be left with just r. This is the root of 8. Root of 8 is 2 root 2. So 2 comes outside and 1 2 remains inside. Pi cancels. This will become 4 root 2r. 4 root 2r. You can write it. If you want, you can take that 4 inside also. So it will become 16 multiplied by 2r, which is nothing but 32 times of r. 32 times of r, which is C option, which is absolutely correct. Although the question looked very simple, there were lot of manipulations and lot of places of silly mistakes. Like first is substituting small r as capital R. Many people do that. Actually, it is 2r because total distance from the center has to be taken. Second place where students mess up is realizing gm can be converted in terms of small g. Acceleration due to gravity is gm by r square formula. So I can convert it and substitute small g as pi square. So the moment you do that, things become very simple for calculation. Pi comes outside and cancels out. Okay. So all these substitutions were very, very important. Great. Very good. Okay. Let's move. Here is the next question. There is a metallic rod length L rotated with angular speed omega in the magnetic field, then the induced EMF. This is very standard question. whenever you have rotating motional EMF, the rotating motional EMF, the formula for that is half magnetic field into angular speed into length square. Half B omega L square. Standard, guys. This is something which you should remember by heart. Yeah, half B omega L square. All the options are deliberately given to confuse you because somewhere L is squared, somewhere B is squared, somewhere half is not there, somewhere omega is squared. In the exam hall, you will feel everything is correct. So it looks like a easy question, but in the pressure, in that examinations environment, you might get obviously confused. Okay. So you should be confident to remember those things. Whenever such confusion happens, try to not look at that options. Go to the rough sheet, write down the formula, whatever you remember from the past in your memory, just write it down on a rough paper and then look at the options. Then look at the options. Don't look at the options before, only look at the options after you write it down and see which one matches. Or else, if you try to look at the options, your brain might trick you and confuse you. Okay, there is some boy of mass 20 kg. He's standing on 80 kg free to move long cart. There is a negligible friction between the cart and the ground. Okay, that means if the person moves on the cart will also move to conserve the center of mass. The boy is standing at 25 meters from a wall. If he walks 20 meters on the cart towards the wall, then the final distance of the boy will be. Okay, so let's think of that particular diagram. Okay, so this is that cart, let's say, and this particular boy is over here. Okay. Now, it is given that there is a negligible friction. Okay, the boy is standing 25 meters from the wall. The boy is standing at a distance of 25 meters from that wall. Okay, if he walks 20 meters on the cart, 20 meters on the cart towards the wall, then the final distance of the boy from the wall will be, okay, the masses are also given. The boy's mass is 20 kg and the cart's mass is 80 kg. Okay, cart's mass is 80 kg. Is that right? Okay, great. Now, these kind of problems always have to be solved with, this formula because the center of mass is going to be at rest. And the reason for that is only this particular thing, negligible friction between the cart and the ground. So center of mass will be conserved. Is mass 1 displacement 1 plus mass 2 displacement 2 is going to be 0 because it is at rest. This is the formula that you have to use. First mass is the boy's mass, displacement I do not know. Second mass is the cart's mass, displacement I do not know, is equal to 0. Okay, now this is very important, guys. Realize S1 is not actually 25 meters because 25 meters, sorry, S1 is not 20 meters because this 20 meters he has walked. He walks 20 meters on the cart, but the cart itself is moving. This displacement 1 and displacement 2 are the absolute displacements, the displacements from the ground frame. Displacements from the ground frame. Keep that in mind. So lot of people make that mistake and they substitute S1 as 20 meters. That is absolutely not correct. So S1 plus this goes 4 times S2 is equal to 0. What you actually know from this piece of information is relative displacement of that boy with respect to the cart is 20 meters towards the right side, towards the wall side. So displacement of the boy with respect to the cart is S1 minus S2. That is basically 20 meters. So from this, S2 minus S1 is minus 20 meters. Let's call this equation 1. Let's call this equation 2. Let's add equation 1 and 2 and see what do we get. If you add equation 1 and 2, why did I negate it? Because I know if I add them, S1 will get cancelled. So it will become 4 times S2 plus this S2 will be 0 minus 20. So therefore, 5 times of S2 will be minus 20. Therefore, S2 will be minus 4 meters. S2 will be minus 4 meters. Means what? This particular cart has now moved here slightly towards the left side by a distance of 4 meters. By a distance of 4 meters, this particular Pandu has walked on it. This person has walked on it 20 meters towards the right side. He has walked 20 meters on it towards the right side. So what is his actual displacement then? What is the Pandu's actual displacement? We can find out simply by putting S2 over here. Just put S2 over here or here anywhere. So let's say you go to this equation. S1 plus 4 times of S2. S2 is minus 4 is equal to 0. So therefore, displacement 1, 4 4s are 16, so 16 meters. So this guy has actually moved only 16 meters because the cart moved 4 meters behind. Even though he moved 20, the cart pulled him back by 4 meters. So the real question is, how much is this distance going to be now? It will be 25 minus 16, which is 9 meters, which is basically 9 meters, which is C option, which is C option. Is that absolutely clear, my dear students? When I say as S1, this is the displacement of that particular boy with respect to the ground frame, which is your real displacement, which will be observed. This is the real displacement. This 20 was a relative, very, very important relative displacement. So always use these kind of steps to solve these problems. There is no confusion, or else you will make some big blunder. Cool. Thank you, Sanjay. All right. Very cool. Let's move to the next question on your screen. What does it say? Capillary is dipped in a liquid and the liquid rises to a certain height. As the temperature of the liquid is raised, the height increases if density and the angle remain the same, assuming surface tension of the liquid increases with the rise in its temperature. Guys, this is absolutely wrong. Surface tension of the liquid does not increase, it actually decreases with the rise of the temperature. So statement 2 is wrong. So if surface tension will reduce, the height rise will also reduce. The height rise will also reduce. So it says the temperature of the liquid is raised, the height will increase. Wrong. This will also decrease. In fact, both the statements are wrong. Statement 1 and statement 2 both are false. So C option should be the correct answer. Why does temperature affect the surface tension? Because when you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of the molecules increases. So because of the increased thermal energy, the bonds become weak. So the cohesive forces reduce. So when the cohesive forces reduce, the surface tension, which is a cohesive dependent force, so that's why surface tension also will reduce. Okay, so automatically the height which it goes up by will also reduce. Everything is a surface tension phenomena. Everything will reduce. Okay. All right. Sanjay, I answered you, bacha. Now concentrate on the class. Yeah, please, please, please. Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go to the next question coming up on your screen. Lamp which emits light in all the directions, the lamp is 4% efficient. The lamp is basically 4% efficient and it is converting electrical energy to electromagnetic wave energy, that means light energy. It consumes 100 watts of electrical power. The amplitude of the field with the electromagnetic radiation at a distance. Crazy question, guys. This is definitely a crazy question. So let's try to think, how do we solve this? First of all, if 100 watt of this is electrical power is there, and it is 4% efficient in converting electrical power to the light. So what will be the power of that light wave? It will be just 4% of 100 watts, which means it will be just 4 watts. So this is the power of the light. This will be the power of the light. Okay. Next important thing. Just imagine our light source over here, and it will emit waves in all the possible directions. In all the possible directions, okay, in all the possible directions. So if I am at a distance of r, and the question is you have to find what is the amplitude of the field. So for that we will need the intensity. If I ask you what is the intensity of the wave at this particular point, you will say it is the power which is generated divided by 4 pi r square. Why 4 pi r square is because there will be an imaginary sphere on which all that energy will be concentrated. There will be an imaginary sphere, you can think of it like this, on which all that energy is concentrated. Intensity is the energy flowing per unit time, which is power, upon the area, per unit area. So you divide it by 4 pi r square, which is the surface of that sphere. Okay, power I know, 4 watts, 4 pi r square. I think the distance is also given. Where is the distance? 5 meters. So therefore, intensity will be power is 4 divided by power is 4 pi distance. What is the distance, guys? Where is that distance? Distance is 5 meters. So 5 square. So 4 cancels. So I'll be left with 1 by 25 pi. That is your intensity. That is your intensity. Intensity has the unit of watts per meter square. Watts, and this is meter square. Why is this intensity needed? This intensity will now give me what is the electric field value at that point. Remember, intensity has the formula in electromagnetic wave, half epsilon naught E square, half epsilon naught, E square into C, into C. Yes, this is the formula, half epsilon naught E square into C. Do you remember this, or you have forgotten? Or you have forgotten? Yeah, if you remember it, great. If you don't remember it, then yeah, this is the formula, guys. Okay. Yes. So remember, energy density was half epsilon naught E square. Energy density is energy per unit volume. So here you are wanting intensity. So it becomes half epsilon naught E square into C, guys. Yeah. Just this much part is the energy density. Energy density is I by C also. So it becomes this. Now you substitute everything. So it will be 1 by 25 pi is half epsilon naught E square into C. Therefore, E square will be 2 goes on the top divided by 25 pi epsilon naught, 25 pi epsilon naught, and then C comes over here. To make the calculations easy, you can do one more thing. To make the calculations easy, multiply and divide by 4, because 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught you know. So 2 into 4 will become 8 divided by 25. This will become 1 by 4 by epsilon naught, and this will be 1 by speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8. This value you know. So this will be 8 by 25. This will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8. Perfect. So 9 and 3 cancels now. 9 and 3 cancels now. So E square will be 8 by 25. 9 and 3 cancels, it becomes 3 times, and 1 of the 10 will remain over here. Now this is quite better to solve. 8 threes are basically 24. So divided by 25 into 10. So E will be root of this. So solve this and see how much value that you get. Solve this and see how much value will you get. See if you get it close to 3.09. You should get it also, because I'll tell you what, 24 by 25 is close to 1. So root of 24 by 25 will be almost 1. Root of 10 will be 3 point something, but this number will be slightly less than 1. So when you multiply 3 point something with a number less than 1, the value will slightly reduce and come very close to 3. So the value will be very, very close to 3. Very, very close to 3. So that's why it is 3.09. Is that okay, guys? That's how you do the calculations. Don't sit and actually calculate. No need of doing that actual calculation. You can just get an approximate calculation. Is that okay? Shall we go ahead? Shall we go ahead, guys? Perfecto, perfecto. Let's go to the next question on your screen. Integer type. Okay, get ready for it. Integer type. Let us start with the first integer type question. Gravitational field is 5 I cap plus 12 j cap. It's a vector form in 2 dimension. What is the potential energy when it is taken from origin to this particular point? Field is given. What is the change in the potential energy is asked. What is the change in the potential energy is asked. We can find the change in the potential, and then we can, find the potential energy change also. We know that dV by dr is basically, with a negative sign, the gravitational field. So dV will be E dot dr with a negative sign. So if you want to write it in the expanded form by substituting the vectors, which is Ex I cap plus Ey j cap dot dr will be dx I cap plus dy j cap. This electric field in the x and y form is already given to me. How much is it? It is given to be 5 I cap plus, how much is it? 12 j cap. 12 j cap. And I have to take the dot product. So this will be minus 5 dx and this will be minus 12 dy. That is your dv. Therefore, integration of this, when I do integration of dv, it will be minus 5 integration of dx minus 12 integration of dy. I'm going from origin to this particular points. Notice origin to this point. So origin is 0, where the potential, we can take it as, let's say, V1, and I'm taking to the point 7 comma minus 3, where the potential is, let's say, V2. So when I integrate this, it will become V2 minus V1 is equal to minus 5. Integration dx is x, so it will become just 7 minus 0 minus, this will be minus 12, okay. Integration of dy is y, so just substitute it as it is, minus 3 minus 0. So this will be the potential difference, will be minus 35, and this is minus minus, which is plus, so 12 3s are 36. So just check this out, this is coming out to be 1. Just check this out, it is coming out to be 1 joules per kg, guys. Just check it out, it is coming out to be 1 joule per kg. If that is 1 joule per kg, the last step is, what is the change in the potential energy? And that is what is asked. What is the change in the gravitational potential energy? It will be mass times change in the potential. Mass is 1 kg, change in the potential is 1, so it will be 1 joule. This is 1 kg into 1 joule per kg, kg cancels, it will become 1 joule. So 1 is the correct answer. Very nice, perfect. Amazing question. So usage of dv by dr is E. Usually you use derivative formula and solve derivative questions. I think very rarely you get to solve integral related questions. So whenever there is integration, remember there is a dot product. Don't just multiply with dr. It's a dot product which comes over here. Okay. And the field was given. This can be also used in electricity. Dr will be small displacement in the two-dimensional plane. So it will have some x component and some y component. So when you do the dot product, I will multiply with I, j will multiply with j. Last thing is substituting the limits to find the voltage difference or potential difference. Cool? Perfect. All right. All right. Great. Let me just message Diksha ma'am, because my session is almost coming to an end. I've reached the integer type of questions. Okay, cool. Fine. A ray of light of certain intensity is parallel incident, it's incident on a parallel glass slab at a point A, okay, as shown. It undergoes partial reflection, as you can see, it is reflecting partially, and refraction because it is entering back here. And at each reflection, 25% is only reflected. At each reflection, 25% is reflected. Sanskriti, I think just few more minutes, physics will be done. Same thing with chemistry and mathematics. Okay. All right. So what is the ratio of the maximum to minimum intensity? Okay, let's try to think about it properly. So if this is I, it is clearly mentioned 25% is reflected. So 25% means 1/4. So the reflected will be I by 4. So how much will pass? How much will pass? 3I by 4 will pass over here. Now once again it reflects here. So 25% will reflect, means this one will be 1/4 of 3I by 4, which is 3I divided by 16. That will be reflected back. Again over here, 25% will be reflected, which means 1/4 of 3I by 16, which is 3I by 64. So how much will get transmitted? This minus this. So 3I by 16 minus 3I by 64. So this will become common denominator 64. So 4 times. So this will be 12I minus 3I. So this will become basically 9 times I by 64. So this is the light intensity which is coming out here. This intensity is I by 4. Now these two rays are given that these two rays finally they are producing some interference. They are producing some interference. Yeah. So question is, what is the maximum to minimum intensity ratio? What is the maximum to minimum intensity ratio? So how to do that? We know maximum intensity formula is root I1 plus root I2 the whole square. Similarly, minimum intensity, the formula is root I1 minus root I2 the whole square. So you have to take the ratio then. You have to take the ratio. That means I'll put this division symbol. What is the first intensity and the next intensity? Just see. These are the intensities, guys. So this is I by 4. This is I by 4. This is 9I by 64. 9. Oh my God. Not much space. 9I by 64. This is also 9I by 64. Okay, let's solve it. First of all, I, everywhere it is there. It will just get cancelled out. Anyways, so root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. This will be 9's root is 3. 64's root is 8. So square divided by, this will be 1 by 2. This will be 3 by 8. Again whole square, but this will be with a minus sign because this is minimum intensity. So take the LCM, it will be 8, okay, into 4. 4 plus 3, 7. So 7 by 8 whole square, correct? 2 into 4, yeah, so 4 plus 3, yeah, perfect. Here it will become 4 minus 3, which is 1. So 1 by 8 the whole square. Now 8 square will cancel. So you'll be left with 7 square by 1 square, which is nothing but 49. Yep. So the answer should be basically 49, guys. Everyone, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yes, 49:1. Perfect. Yes, very good. Such a nice question on how much percentage is reflected, transmitted, and combining it with interference formula. These two formulas help you a lot whenever maximum and minimum intensity questions come for interference. Root I1 plus root I2 square, root I1 minus root I2 square. That is direct formula for maximum minimum. Okay, cool. Let's go then. Let's go to the next question on your screen. The coil in the shape of an equilateral triangle has some side length and it is lying in the plane between the pole pieces of a permanent magnet, producing a magnetic field. The torque acting on the coil when the current of this much ampere is passed through it and its plane becomes parallel to the magnetic field. Okay, plane becomes parallel to the magnetic field. So this is that coil and the magnetic field is parallel to the plane like this. So if the magnetic field is like this, where will be the magnetic moment of the coil? Will be towards you, because if the current goes like that, using your right hand rule, the area vector will be towards you. So the magnetic moment will be like this. So the angle theta over here between magnetic moment and field is 90 degrees. So the torque will be actually maximum. So the torque will truly speaking be maximum because it is mb sine 90 degrees. So magnetic moment is number of turns into current into area. Field is field, and sine 90 is just the number 1. Is the number of turns given between the places? Okay, nothing. It's just 1 turn. Current is it given? Just check. Yes, 0.2 amperes. Is the area given? Not directly. We have to find it. Let's figure it out. Magnetic field 20 millitesla. So 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. The only thing left is finding the area. So area of that triangle will be half base multiplied by the height. The base side length is, let's say, L. The height will be the side sine 60, because see, whenever you want to find that height, this angle being 60 degree, if this is the length, the height will be L sine of 60, correct? So height will be L sine 60. So area will be L square. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. 2 2s are 4. So L square root 3 by 4. So L square root 3 by 4 is the length given. Yes, side is 10 centimeters. This 10 centimeters is actually 0.1 meter. So it will be 0.1 square multiplied by root 3. The whole thing divided by 4. That's it. That is the answer. So guys, just multiply and see what is the answer that you are getting. Just multiply and see how much is the answer that you are getting. I can see the number 2 and the number 2 is cancelling out. The number 2 and 2 is cancelling out with 4. 0.2 into 20 is that 0 and decimal will also go. So it will become 2 into 2 divided by 4. This one is gone. And here we have 0.1 square, which is 10 to the power minus 2 into root 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this has gone. So it will become root 3 into 10 to the power minus 5. So the answer here of x should be 3. Answer here should be 3. Yes, perfect. The answer is 3. The answer is 3. Cool. Shall we go ahead, guys? Shall we go ahead to the next question coming up on your screen? Okay, get ready for it. Next question. There is a beam of electromagnetic radiation whose intensity is given and it has some wavelength, falls on a metallic surface, work function is given, area is also given. 1 in so many photons eject an electron, that means efficiency is given. How many electrons are ejected in 1 second? Hc is given, Ev is given. Okay. So to solve this particular question, observe what we'll do. Imagine this is your metallic surface. Maybe the light falling on it is having many photons, many photons. But out of 100 photons, for 100 photons, only one electron is ejected. Only one electron is basically ejected out. One electron is ejected out. That is clearly mentioned in the question. 1 in this much, sorry, not 100, 10 to the power 3, so 1000, bye. So if there are 1000 photons, for every 1000 photons, exactly one electron is ejected. Okay. So to find the number of electrons ejected, I need the number of photons. Only then I can solve it. So can I find it out? Yep. I think the intensity is given. From that we can find it out. See guys, intensity, area and energy, all of them are related. Intensity of a beam is nothing but the total energy which is falling per unit time per unit area. The total energy is the number of photons into energy of each photon upon time and this area. Now this intensity, and by the way, this is n by t. Energy of each photon is hc by lambda, and this area will remain as it is. Intensity is given 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 5. Number of photons per unit time, I'll just keep it as it is. hc by lambda, lambda is given in nanometer. hc value is given 1240 eV nanometer. So I think that will be also needed. Okay. Work function is also given. Do I need the work function? Do I need the work function or no? Think about it. What is the use of the work function? That is just to check whether photoelectric effect will occur or not. Yes, that is just to check whether photoelectric effect will occur or not. If you notice, the energy of the photon, which will be hc by lambda, which is 1240 by 310, this will be roughly 4 electron volt, which is more than 2 electron volt, over here. That means photoelectric effect will definitely occur. That is only to check whether it occurs or not, or else this complete problem will be a flop. Then the answer will be 0. Such questions can also come in JEE. This might look like a very trivial number, but imagine this was 5 electron volt, then gone. This photoelectric effect will not occur. No electron will come. The answer will be 0. No use only of this much data. Sometimes such things will also happen. Okay. So this will be 1240 by lambda, which is 310. And the area is given to be 1 centimeter square. So 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. So this will become 4 times, correct? This will just cancel. This will become 4 times. Shift all the numbers over here. So number of photons per unit time will be 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 5. Goes on the top, becomes minus 4 on the top. 4 comes below. So this will become 64 by 4 is 16. So 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 9 number of photons per unit time. But how many electrons will come? That was this n by t is how many photons are falling per unit time. If I ask you how many electrons are there per unit time, that number of electrons per unit time will be 1,000th of this number. 1,000th of this number. Agree or disagree? Yes, that will be 1,000th of this particular number. Now, before we go ahead, there is also one thing that you need to remember. One thing that you remember, whatever answer you got over here, this number 4, technically is in electron volt. So technically that E will also be there over here. Technically that E number is also there over here. So when you put that E over here, because this was all in electron volt, so keep that number E over here also. So now you will see that the number E will actually cancel out with this 1.6. We know how it will cancel. 1.6 10 to the power minus 9, and this is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. So 1.16 will cancel, minus 9, so this will become minus 10, goes on the top, it will become 10 to the power 10. So the number of electrons coming per unit time will be 1,000th of 10 to the power 10. Will be 1,000th, because for 1,000 photons, 1 electron is ejected. So the number of electrons will be 1,000th of this particular number. So that particular number will obviously be 10 to the power 7. So 10 to the power 7 electrons are going to come. Yep, 10 to the power 7 electrons are going to come per unit time. Is this absolutely clear, everyone? Yes. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Great. Cool. So I have one question for homework for all of you. Please solve this and comment it in the comment section. Comment it in the comment section. All right. Yes. I want every one of you to comment it in the comment section. Cool. Yeah. Very good. So that's it from today's session. Now chemistry will start. Chemistry will start. So I'll just message Diksha ma'am. Okay, I'm ending the class. So chemistry will start after this mathematics. Okay, bye bye. Have a great time.
Hi students, welcome to Vedantu J English, and as you are doing your mock test, so firstly we did physics and now it is the turn for chemistry. Okay, so everybody let me know in the comment section if you are completely ready for chemistry section. Right, so today we are going to do around 30 to 35 questions of your JEE, right? Basically these are just like your previous year questions, right? We have made some questions from that. So it is kind of mixed questions, right? Not all of them are previous year questions, but they are related to the previous year questions that we can see in attempt 1, the kind of questions that we saw in attempt 1. According to that, with a much higher level, I have concluded these questions for you. Okay, so shall we start? Okay, let us start, and those students who have not watched my organic chemistry quick revision session that I took yesterday at 7 p.m. go and watch that. That is there on the channel itself. Let me show you that. If you see this, this is the channel. Right, go to the live session and here you will see organic chemistry, all naming reactions. Right, we really did everything with our handwritten notes and we enjoyed it a lot, right? So everybody, you can go and watch this for your complete organic chemistry revision. And tomorrow I'll be taking up physical chemistry, and on Sunday I'll be taking up inorganic chemistry division. Okay, so that will be a quick revision within 45 minutes, right? So which will save your time as well, and you can revise full chemistry through these small sections. Okay, now let us start with the questions part. Let us start with the questions part here. On your screen, I am giving you the first question. I want every one of you to answer that. Right? At least try to answer it. Whether the answer may or may not be correct doesn't matter. But at least you try to answer so that the same question they ask you in the exam, you will be able to answer it correctly. Because what you do in the exam, that matters, not what you do here. Okay? This is a platform to learn, right? Mistakes you will definitely do, but in the end, if you're able to learn something out of it, then that mistake is definitely worth it. Okay, so now let us start it. The first question here is, as you can see, this is the vapor pressure of pure liquid A and B are 450 and 700 respectively at this. Calculate mole fraction of A in vapor phase if total vapor pressure of the solution is 600. Okay, so now students listen to this, that they are talking about vapor phase. Okay, you have to calculate the mole fraction in vapor phase. Okay, so there is a difference between mole fraction in liquid phase and mole fraction in vapor phase. Right, so when you talk about the mole fraction in the vapor phase, let us see what exactly they are talking about. This is the mole fraction in the vapor phase. Okay, vapor phase. This is the mole fraction in the liquid phase. Okay, so for liquid phase we represented by the sky. For vapor phase we represented by y. Okay, if you talk about the mole fraction in the vapor in the liquid phase, that is equals to number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles. But when we talk about the mole fraction in the vapor phase, that is equals to partial pressure of that phase. Let it be A. If you are talking about A, let it be A. Vapor phase mole fraction multiplied by the total pressure. Here you can also write it as PT. Okay, this is the formula for the mole fraction in the vapor phase. Okay, we usually calculate liquid phase, but this thing you should always remember. Now, to calculate the value of YA, you should know the value of PA and you should know the value of PT. Okay, so let us try to find it out. If you see this here, what all they have given you in the question, let us see that. In the question, they have given that the vapor pressure of pure liquid, that means P naught A, this is P naught B is given to you, right? Calculate mole fraction of A if total vapor pressure of the solution is this much. Total PT is also given to you, right? Okay, from here what you will do, okay, PT is given to you, total vapor pressure of the solution is this, that is already given to you. So firstly what we will do, we will apply Raoult's law, right? When you apply Raoult's law, that will be PT equals to P naught A plus of P naught B minus P naught A mole fraction of B. From here, you can calculate the mole fraction of B, right? If you got the mole fraction of B, mole fraction of A will be equals to 1 minus mole fraction of B. So if you subtract 1 minus mole fraction of B, you will get it 2 by 5. Okay, so now we have calculated mole fraction of A as well. Now from mole fraction of A, what we are going to do, that we know that this let's say if you talk about the partial pressure of A, that is pure vapor pressure of A multiplied by mole fraction of A. Okay? So pure vapor pressure of A is already given to you, that is here, that is 450, and mole fraction we have calculated here it as 2 by 5. So you just multiplied 450 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 5, that is going to be P of A, that is vapor pressure of A, equals to Y of A, that is the mole fraction in the vapor phase, multiplied by the total pressure, that is given to be 600. Okay, is this thing clear to everybody or not? Okay, is this for this what all formulas you have to remember? I am writing it. Okay, what all formulas you have to remember? I am writing it here, right? So one thing you should always remember is mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of all the components is equals to unity. Mole fraction, if you talk about the pure vapor pressure, that will be called as P naught of that component, right? If you multiply this by the mole fraction of that component in the liquid phase, you will get the partial pressure, okay, of that component, right? If you talk about the Raoult's law, it says that PT is equals to, that is total vapor pressure is equals to P naught A. That means directly you can say PA plus PB, okay? PA is what? P naught A mole fraction of A plus P naught B mole fraction of B. Okay, if you want to write it as this will be P naught A 1 minus mole fraction of B plus P naught B mole fraction of B. This is what we put here. This is the equation. One more thing that you should remember is that always liquid vapor pressure will be P, right? That is your total vapor pressure, right? Multiplied by Y of A, that is the mole fraction in liquid phase, equals to partial pressure of that component. Okay, these two formulas are very, 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 very important. Got it, everybody? Okay, so from these formulas you can easily answer this. This question is very important. This is different question, right? And I won't say this is a difficult question. This is a very simple question. Okay, it's just that you just need to know the difference between mole fraction in liquid phase and vapor phase, right? Next question you have is the number of moles of CaCl2 I they have given you, Bond-Hoff factor they have given you, dissolved in 2.5 liter of water such that its osmotic pressure is 0.75. Pi is given to you, right? And they are asking you the number of moles. So if you talk about the osmotic pressure, so directly we know that pi is equals to CRT, or if you write Bond-Hoff factor ICRT, right? Okay. Now here, if you see pi is equals to I, C is nothing but it is molarity. That means it is going to be number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liters. Okay, volume of solution in liters. This is R and this is T. If you see this here, I is already given to you, volume is given to you, R we know that is 8.314, R if you write it in liter per atmosphere, liter atmospheric you have to choose, hai na? So then here temperature is already given to us, that is 300, right? Pi is also given to us, that is pressure is 0.75, this is also given to us. So that means easily you can find out the value of N2 from here. Got it? Okay? Understood? So easily you can find out the value of N2 from here. It's very, very simple, very, very easy, right? So what you have to put, right? Just remember that the value of R will not be in joules. Okay? So value of R will be, if you talk about in liter atmospheric, because in this chapter, what we are doing exactly? We are talking about volume, pressure, all these things we are doing. So we have to choose that value which includes liter atmospheric, not the joules, that is 0.0821. But if you talk about 8.314, that will be if you calculate that in joules. That means in thermodynamics, we usually use this value. So that you should be very clear about, okay, that which R value you're going to use, right? From that easily you can calculate the value of N, that is the number of moles, right? Okay, students, any problem here? Any problem in these two questions? Then let me know in the comment section. Next is in the dichromate ion, okay, in the dichromate ion, CROCR, bond angle is of which? What is the bond angle of CROCR? Right? So basically now if you can see that from inorganic chemistry, now they are directly picking up lines from your NCRT. NCRT lines, NCRT tables, NCRT structures. Okay. For inorganic chemistry, that becomes very, very important. NCRT direct lines, NCRT tables, because from tables they are asking you question in first attempt only. They have asked you question related to color. From tables they have asked you questions related to electronic configuration. So now they can ask you question related to structures as well. So that becomes very, very important. If you see the structure of this one, then it is this structure, right? Dichromate ion. What is dichromate ion? Potassium K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate. Dichromate ion is this one, right? So basically dichromate ion, we have, let's say this is one tetrahedral, this is other tetrahedral, they are joined together. Okay, so that is how you will have the dichromate ion CrOCr. This is 1O1O1O1O1O1O, and all over you can see this has partial negative, partial negative, partial negative, partial negative, partial negative, partial negative. So we have here overall partially 2 negative charge. If you see the angle here is 126 degrees. Okay, that is directly mentioned in your NCRT. So answer is going to be A, that is 126 degrees is the angle. Okay, yes everybody. Okay, very good. Write down in the chat box 126 is the correct answer, because I can see you are switching here and there. I want to see your answers in the comment section, okay? Not your chit chatting. Hai na? Ma'am, we are doing this with our so-called friends. Hai na? You don't even know if that friend exists or not. Right? You are just chatting with someone who might be a 50-year-old person or a 10-year-old student or 10-year-old kid, right? So you have no idea to whom you are chatting to. That may be a girl or maybe a boy, but you are chatting here with a random ID. Because this ma'am is actually present here. I am not robot. I am actually present here. But the people that you are chatting with are good. You don't even know their existence. Right? What kind of people they are older to you, or they are like 10-year-old kid, or maybe they are 60, 70-year-old, some stupid uncle or auntie, right? You have no idea about that. Then what you are doing with your life, right? So just be very focused, okay? Be focused here, right? So when an amine reacted with CS2, okay? When an amine reacted with CS2, in Hoffman mustard oil reaction, a compound is formed which did not give any precipitate with HgCl2, then the amine may be. Okay. So, ma'am, firstly we need to see what is Hoffman mustard reaction. Okay. So, Hoffman mustard oil test is used for differentiation of primary, secondary and tertiary amine. Okay, so if you talk about with warming it with alcoholic CS2, carbon disulfide, excess of HgCl2, right? Now, what are the different reactions that primary, secondary and tertiary are going to give you? If you talk about primary amine here, on reaction with CS2 and HgCl2, primary amine yields isothiocyanates having pungent smell similar to mustard oil. Right? Okay. So it is going to give you pungent smell. That will be the identification that there is primary amine. Secondary amine do not react with CS2 to form disulfide, but fail to react, do react with CS2, but fail to react with Mg mercuric chloride. Okay. This is what we were looking for. Tertiary does not react with any of this, neither CS2 nor HgCl2. So very, very simple distinguished test. Now you read this question again. When an amine react with CS2 in haloform mustard oil reaction, a compound is formed which does not react with HgCl2. That means which is the amine we are talking about? Secondary amine, right? So answer will be secondary amine. Okay, answer will be does not react with amine. Maybe better this is going to be B. Okay, not the answer will be secondary amine here, right? Okay, next is thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition for N2O5 follows first order reaction. Now they are saying there is thermal decomposition reactions now. They follow first order kinetics. As per this reaction, initial pressure of N2O5 is 100. Initial pressure is given to you. After 10 minutes, the pressure developed is 130. What is the rate constant here? Okay, this reaction is given to you, right? They are saying it's a first order kinetic, so you have to use the formula of first order. They are saying that after 10 minutes, the pressure developed is 130. Okay? They are asking you the rate constant here, right? So time is given to you, initial pressure is given to you, final pressure is given to you, right? You just need to apply the formula and get the value of this. So what is the formula of first order kinetics? This simple formula you are going to apply here. Wait a minute. This simple formula beta you are going to apply here. That is this formula. That is this formula. Okay. So now here you have to see few things. Okay. Now here you have to see few things. What are those few things? That we know that the formula is K is equals to 2.303 time log of initial divided by pressure at that time. Okay. Now if you see this here, pressure, that means that is left at that time. Okay. So if you see this here, we are saying that thermal decomposition of N2O5, this is what we are doing in first order kinetics. Initial pressure is 100. After 10 minutes, the pressure developed is this much. That means this is the amount of pressure. They are not saying it is consumed. They are saying this is the amount of pressure that is developed. Okay. So amount of pressure that is developed at time T. Okay. So this is the overall pressure. Understand one thing, whenever we are talking about pressure of a vessel, this is a vessel, okay? We are talking about the pressure of a vessel. We can't say this is the pressure of N2O5. This is the pressure of NO. This is the pressure of O2. Because all of these are gases. They are in a container. So pressure of all of them together will be calculated. Okay, this point is very important here. Right? So what you will do here, firstly, you will take initial, wait a minute, I'll just rewrite the equation here. Okay, chalo, I'll just write it here only. Okay. Instead of that, I'll write it here only. Okay. So what you have to do? This is the reaction that is given to you. Can you see the reaction? So directly first thing is, they are saying initially the pressure. Okay, every single line. Initially, as per this, initial pressure of this is this. After 10 minutes, the pressure developed is this. Okay, that means the overall pressure they are talking about. Initially, in this beaker, you only had N2O5. This is what they want to say. So initially, you had 100 pressure, right? This was 0, this pressure was 0 because there were no products in the beaker. Now, in the beaker, after time, let's say time is equal to 10 minutes, they are saying, after 10 minutes, apply the stoichiometry that I taught you in equilibrium, right? So this will be 100 minus stoichiometry x. This will be 2 into stoichiometry, 2 into x. This will be half, that is stoichiometry into x, right? This is what you have. Now, if you see, they are saying the pressure developed after time 10 is this. That means they are talking about this full thing. That after the time, this full pressure is coming out to be 130. Okay. So from this, you will calculate the value of x. That will turn out to be 20. Right. That means the pressure of N2O5 is going to be 100 minus 20. That is 80. Okay, that means the pressure of N2O5, because we are talking about the pressure. In this, we have to calculate the pressure of N2O5. That is coming out to be 80. That is 100 minus X. Okay, that is how you can write that. This will be 2.303. Time is given to be 10. This answer will be in per minute because time is in minutes. Log of initial is 100, final is 80, and this is how you will solve this, right? All the students, if that is clear to you, then let me know in the comment section if there is any problem over here, because what we do is we usually get confused in this part. Okay, so pressure developed, they are saying pressure is always of full container. Okay, that is the main important part here. If there is any problem, then let me know in the comment section. Okay, yes, all the questions beta are very, very important here. I have picked all the different questions for you, right? These are not normal questions, starting from first question to this third question. In every question you are learning something new here, right? Okay, next we have the number of moles of gaseous product formed on strong heating of 1 mole of lead nitrate. Okay, number of moles of gaseous product they are saying. That means for this you need to know the reaction here. So what is the reaction? We are saying on strong heating what will happen. So PbNO3, when you heat it, this will get converted to NO2 and PbO, right? So wait a minute, on strong heating they are saying now. This I'll delete only, right? That is not a complete reaction. Okay, this is the complete reaction. That is lead nitrate. When you heat it, it will give rise to PbO plus NO2 plus O2. This is a reddish brown gas. This makes this very, very important. This is oxygen, and that is yellow color of PbO. What you can see, gaseous product is NO2 and O2. Total number of moles, what we can see is 5. Okay, so here they are saying number of moles of gaseous products formed on strong heating of 1 mole. Okay, 1 mole of lead nitrate. If you see this thing here, that you can see this is 2 mole. So 2 mole will give you 5 mole of gases. 5 mole of gases. 1 mole will give you 2.5 mole of gases. So answer is going to be 2.5 is the correct answer. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Okay, is that clear to everybody? Next question is stable complexes based on EAN rule. EAN rule, what is this EAN rule? So EAN rule means that your electrons, right? If you talk about this species, this species, this species, this species, if that is equals to nearest noble gases, then we can say EAN rule is followed and it is a stable complex. Okay, that is regarding your EAN. So let us solve this one by one for your EAN. Okay, let us solve this one by one. Okay, chalo, I'll solve this now. Okay, this is given, this is given. So let us solve this. First species as you can see is K4FeCN6. Okay, so let us see the center metal atom. What is the number of electrons here? So this is 4, so it will be 4 negative. So it is going to be X minus X is equals to minus 4. X is going to be plus 2. That means the iron that was existing in which state? Beta, iron that was existing, I'll tell you how to calculate the EAN value, right? So iron that was having 26 atomic number, 4s2 3d6. Now it exists in plus 2 oxidation state. This is for A part. So this is 3d6 only. Okay? So total electrons in D is 6. Okay? And how many electrons, if you see this total electrons in this, chalo, let us see the total electrons only. 26 minus 2, that is going to be 24. Okay? Plus how many electrons you are getting donated to this from this CN, that is 6. Okay? So that is going to be 24. Wait a minute, 26 na, 26 minus 2. X minus this. So complexes based on stable complexes they are saying now. So that should be neon 10, argon 18. So it should be equals to 36. Wait a minute. So let me calculate for other things here. Right, so this is CO, this is minus 2, so this is going to be plus 2. This is X plus 0 minus 1 is equals to plus 2. X is going to be plus 3. Okay, so cobalt that was having 27 atomic number plus 3. Acha, plus 3 na, plus 3 means you are going to take out 3 electrons from here, that is 1 2 3, that is going to be 24 again. Then you add how many electrons? 1 6 electrons you are donating here. ठीक है, okay, ठीक है जी. This is also 24 plus 6 30, so also 24 plus 6 30, right? Next is if you talk about CO's En twice Cl, है ना? Here also what you will do, x plus 0 minus 2 is equals to, this is minus 1, this is plus 1. Again, this is x is equals to plus 3. So similar way, it is also En number is going to be 30 here. ठीक है? Last one is, in all the cases you are getting the same number, that is 30, which is making it stable. So here you have x, this is minus 2 here. So it is going to be x minus 4 is equals to minus 2. X is going to be plus 2. Okay? X is going to be plus 2. So nickel, right, that is 28, 26. Okay? So this is giving you, nahi, this will not be. This is x minus 4 is equals to minus 2. X is equals to plus 2. That makes it 26. Plus you are donating 4 electrons here. That is also making it 30. Okay, Fe. This also is applied here. This also is applied here. Minus 2 plus 2 plus minus here. Wait a minute, let me see. Ma'am, wait a minute, let me see. I think there is some kind of confusion here. So this I'll do in the end, okay? This I'll do in the end. I'll just make it, because I am little bit skeptical about this answer. Okay? So we will do that in the end, okay? Firstly, let us solve the other questions, okay? So now this is, when phenol is reacted with CH, I have to recheck the questions if all the options are correct or not, right? So by that I'll tell you, okay? Yes. Now, next is, when phenol is reacted with CHCl3 and NaOH, followed by acidification, salicylic aldehyde is obtained. Okay? So you have CHCl3, which of the following species involved in the above mentioned reaction as intermediates? Okay. So now they are saying basically you need to know the reaction mechanism here. If you know the mechanism, firstly tell me what is the name of this reaction. What is the name of this reaction, everybody? What is the name of this reaction? Where you have CHCl3 chloroform and you have NaOH, the electrophile that will be generated is CCl2, right? Dichlorocarbene that will attack here, right? What is the thing that you will have here? That is Reamer-Teamer reaction. This is nothing but this is Reamer-Teamer reaction. So let us see the mechanism of Reamer-Teamer reaction, what exactly we do here. So in Reamer-Teamer reaction, what we do, for example, how you generate firstly the electrophile here, that is dichlorocarbene. You have CHCl3, this is base, this is going to abstract proton from here, and these are the 2 electrons that will make dichlorocarbene here. Okay, so this is C negative, this is Cl. After that, this Cl will again leave its position and you will have 1 negative, 2 negative, that is CCl2, that is dichlorocarbene, which will act as a electrophile, which will act as a electrophile. Now, in this phenol also, this base is going to abstract the proton. This base, when it abstracts the proton, the negative charge will jump here and this negative charge will jump here. To this negative charge, because this is the electrophile. Electrophile means electron loving. So, this electrophile is going to attack here. That is how in the end you are going to have this kind of situation where this carbon that is linked to this Cl and this Cl. Why this carbon has a negative now? Because already it had 2 electrons outside, so that is why 1 negative here. Right? Now, let me see in the options what they have given you. Okay? In the options they have given you this thing, that is O negative CHCl2. Okay? So, basically, if you see, first thing is CHCl2, this is one hydrogen, this is CHCl3, this is definitely not possible. This CHCl is also not possible. Okay? Either this is possible or this is possible. Now we will see that because you are using CCl2. So at least there should be 2 chlorine. Here you don't have, you have 3 chlorine, here you have 2 chlorine, 1 chlorine, so that is not possible. Either this double bond here, either this negative here. Let us see in the mechanism itself. If you see this, we have concluded to this part. Whenever you have a double bond here, there will be negative charge on the carbon. Okay? So if you want to conclude that intermediate where you don't have negative charge, where you have negative charge on oxygen, then what you have to do, again this negative charge will abstract the proton from here, this bond will jump here, this bond will jump here, you will have O negative and this hydrogen is going to shift here, right? Then after that, basically directly what you can remember is that this is the proton, right? This is the proton. When you take away that proton, this will jump here, this will jump here, and this carbon, you will have this kind of situation, that is O negative CHCl2, right? That is how they have given you this thing, that is O negative CHCl2. That means this intermediate would have been possible if here you have negative, you don't have hydrogen. Okay, so that is again not possible. That is why D is the correct answer here. Okay, right? Okay. So, Cole's electrolysis, I'll tell you some important mechanisms. I'll write some important mechanisms here. Cole's electrolysis, Reamer-Temer reaction, Hoffman-bromamide, Gabriel phthalimide, okay? Then carbylamine reaction. Carbylamine. These are some of the naming reactions in which you must do the mechanisms. Okay, you can't say that we will not do any of this, like Reamer-Temer, Coles, Hoffman, Gabriel, carbylamine, acidification of alkene. All these mechanisms are very, very important for you. Okay, so you need to know all these mechanisms, right? Okay, next is inner reaction. Next is inner reaction between strong acid and strong base. The reaction with strong acid, strong base. 1.8 gram of water is formed, then heat evolved in the process shall rise temperature of 1. Okay, so basically what they are saying here is in a reaction between strong acid and strong base, right? Strong acid and strong base, first thing you have, right? 1.8 gram of water is formed. This is the amount of water that we have. Then heat evolved in the process shall raise temperature of 1 kilogram of water from 30 degree to which temperature? Okay. So, what they have given you, strong acid and strong base here. So, let us see what we are going to do. So, heat evolved is going to be 1 point. So, what exactly we are saying? 1 calorie raised temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. This is the heat capacity definition. Okay. This is the definition of heat capacity that we know. Dekho, if you know that, okay, heat capacities, when you raise the temperature by 1 degree, this is going to raise by 1 calorie. Okay, that is the definition of heat capacity. From that definition, we are going to solve this question. Okay, that 1 calorie raised temperature of 1 gram of the water by 1 degree Celsius. Then here we are talking about kilocalorie. Okay, so 1 kilocalorie raised temperature of 1 kilogram, here also you will add kilogram, of the water by 1 degree Celsius, right? Then 1.37, that is given in the question, kilocalorie raised to the temperature by 1.37. And already what they have given you, the temperature already is 30. So you'll add 30 plus 1.37 and you will get your answer here. That is B is the correct answer. Okay? Understood? Yes, everybody? Is that clear to everybody or not? Right? Am I stuck? Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Am I visible now? Am I visible now? Yes. Okay, I am here only. I think the screen got stuck. I don't know what is the reason behind that. Okay, so now the question that we have solved is this one. Where strong acid, I don't know where the screen got stuck, so I'll just explain that again. In a reaction between strong acid and strong base, right? We already know the heat evolved, that is fixed for a strong acid and a strong base, that is 3.17 kilocalorie. Okay. Now from the heat capacity definition, we know that 1 calorie raise in temperature for 1 gram, it will be 1 degree. Okay. So 1 kilocalorie raise will be for 1 kilogram will be 1 degree. Okay. Multiply both of them with kilogram. That means if you multiply this with 1.37, so that raise will be there if you have 1.37. Okay. The raise will be if you have 1.37 kilocalorie, then multiply this also with 1.37, that will be 1.37 degrees Celsius raise. Initially the temperature is given to be 30, raise is 1.37, so answer is going to be 31.37. Okay, understood? Yes. So easy question it was, but this thing is from practical chemistry. Okay, all the other parts is from thermo. Okay, so it's a kind of mixed question. Okay, mixed question that they can easily ask in JEE Main, right? Okay, next is the increasing order of pKa. Now they are saying the increasing order of pKa of the following are. Now they have given you 4 compounds. You need to tell the pKa value. So we know that pKa is inversely proportional to the acidity. So acidity means we will test it with the carbon ion. More stable is the carbon ion, more acidic will it will be. So when you have negative, that means when you have something who is going to withdraw the electrons here, that is going to make it more stable. So here you have electron withdrawing group. Here also you have electron withdrawing group. Here you have electron donating group. So they are asking you maximum peak, increasing order of acidity. So let's decide the order only firstly, right? So if you talk about, this is going to take away the electron. So that is why this is also going to show minus me. This is going to show plus M effect only, but it is going to donate the electron. Okay, it is going to donate the electron here. So second is going to be least acidic, right? Then we will have first. After that, among third and fourth, if you see this, this is minus I and minus M. This is also minus I and minus M. But because of the distance here, ortho is more dominated. Right? Ortho can extract the electrons more easily. So you will have third here, then here you will have fourth, and the order of pKa will be opposite of this. So answer will be second, then first, then fourth, then you will have third. So answer is going to be second, then first, then fourth, then third. That means C is going to be the correct answer. Okay. Next is the cell in which the following reaction occurs. This is the reaction they have given you, right? E0 cell value is given to you. The cell in which the following reaction occurs. The standard Gibbs energy of the reaction. Okay. So Gibbs energy and E naught value, they have a direct relation, that is delta G is equals to minus NF E naught cell. Okay. So here it will be minus NF E naught cell. So directly, what is the N factor? What is the E naught cell value? E naught cell value, they have given you temperature, meaning Faraday, we already know 96500, it is a constant value. Ma'am, what about the N factor here? How we can calculate the value of N factor? So for N factor, if you see, this is Fe3 positive is converted to Fe2 positive by losing one electron. Okay, by losing one electron. I negative is getting converted to I2 by gaining one electron, right? So here, if you say this is 2 iodine, so here also it will be 2. That means 2 electron will be gained here. If here you are gaining 2 electron, here also you will gain 2 electron. Here also it will be 2. Here also it will be 2. Right? That is how N factor is going to be 2. Okay? N factor, because the number of electrons gained and lost should be same. Okay? So N factor is going to be 2. Right? Fourth will be more acidic. Where is fourth? Fourth will be more acidic. No, beta, fourth will not be more acidic. Fourth will be less acidic as compared to third. Okay. Here I have written the order of acidity. Okay. Fourth will not be more acidity. This is the order of pKa. That is opposite of acidity. Fourth will be less because the distance is more here. And inductive effect is distance dominated. Okay. Okay. Next question we have. Give the complexes, give the correct increasing order of electrical conductivity of aqueous solution of following complex entities. So give the correct increasing order of electrical conductivity they have given us of aqueous solution of following complexes. So these are the aqueous solution that is given to us. More the number of ions, more will be the electrical conductivity. If you see the number of ions here, it is 3, it is 2, it is 4, it is 5. So maximum conductivity will be for first, then second, then fourth, then third. First, then second, then fourth, then third. That means A is going to be the correct answer. More the number of ions, more is going to be the conductivity here. Right? Next is, in which of the following conversion ether is not produced? Achha, in which of the following conversion ether is not formed? Right? So remember, here they are talking about Williams-Son synthesis reaction. Those who have watched my yesterday's lecture, they know that I have told you one simple trick about Williams-Son synthesis reaction, that halide cannot be primary. Halide cannot be halide will always be primary. Okay, halide will be primary. If it is tertiary, this reaction will not occur. So we can see here halide is primary, here halide is primary, here halide is primary, here halide is tertiary, which is not possible. So this Williams-Son synthesis reaction will not occur only. So answer is D is the correct answer. Next is you have beta D galactose. Now from biomolecules is 2 represented as. Acha, beta D galactose is represented as. So you have to see galactose here. Beta glucose and beta galactose have one point that is different, that is the 4th position. Rest of the things are same. So if you see the correct representation is, I have written, I'll just show you this one. This is the correct representation of beta D galactose. From here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this is 6. Okay, here you have hydrogen, 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 right? So it is just one chiral center is different here from the beta glucose. Okay, just one position. Okay, understood? Next is, question is C2H4. This is a sequence kind of question. Okay, so you have C2H4. The above sequence of reaction, which compound can give haloform test? But a haloform test is given by either you have CH3 C double bond O, or you have CH3 COH and H here. These two things should be there. If you have these two things, then it can give haloform test. Now we have to see the sequence of the reaction. C2H5, that is CnH2n, that means basically this is C double bond C, this is H2, this is H2. Here you are adding water, that means you are doing acidic hydration, right? That means here it will be C, this is CH2, this is H3, and this is going to be OH. Okay? CH3, CHOH, that is nothing but ethanol. So X is definitely going to give this lies, this CH3, if you see this, X is equals to CH3, CH2OH. This thing is same as this one. Okay, so that means ethanol definitely gives haloform test. So this is going to give. So this is neglected, either this or either this. So now A is when you add copper into this. So copper, we know that this carbon, this is a primary alcohol. Primary alcohol is converted to aldehydes, okay, with copper. So it is converted to aldehyde. So this is CH3, this is C, double bond OH. Again, this belongs to this category. So it is also going to give you haloform test. Then you do K2Cr2O7H positive. That means you do the oxidation here. So B is going to be CH3, C double bond OOH. That is nothing but methanoic acid, right? Then after that you add CaOH twice. C is formed. Then you heat it. Then you get D. Okay, so basically what we are doing here, you need to know, I don't have page here, right? So I'll just show you the reaction sequence here. So this we have done, this we have done, right? After that you have done this. After this, when you react CH3, C double bond O, OH, this is an acid, this is a base. So what you will have is neutralization reaction. Okay? Neutralization reaction will be there. So what you will have here is CaCH3, COOH twice. This will be formed, right? Salt is formed here. After that, they have added which thing? They have just heated it. Okay? We have just heated it. So when you heat calcium, this is acetate. Calcium acetate is formed, salt is formed, neutralization has occurred. When you heat it, right, what will happen? You will have the formation of CH3. Basically, what will happen? This is CH3, C double bond OOH. Okay? This will, you will be adding COCH3. Okay? So directly ketone will be formed here, right? So now what you will see here, this again is giving you haloform test. Okay? This again is giving you haloform test. Why? Because this lies in this category, right? That means B is the correct answer. Okay? All you need to know that what is haloform test, how it is given, and what are these reactions. That's it. Okay? Okay? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What I missed here? Where was that question? Oi, hoi, 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 hoi. Where was that question related to acidity, na? Where was that question? It was here, na? Acha. In that case, the answer will change, yaar. In that case, I didn't see that. Yes, you are right, you are right, you are right. Because here you have hydrogen bonding, so that means this H positive is very difficult to release. Okay? So acidity order of third will be less. Okay? 3 is less as compared to 4th. Because here, because of hydrogen bonding, it is very difficult to release it. So here you will have third and then you will have fourth. So answer will be 1, 2, 3, then 4. Okay. So 2, 1, then 3, then 4. That means B is going to be the correct answer, not C. Okay. B is going to be the correct answer, not C. Okay. Okay, students, yes, that was correct. Because of hydrogen bonding here, right, things will change. Yes, huh, corrected. Okay, chalo. Now here we have the next question is where we were. This now. Okay, next question is acetaldehyde when dilute NaOH, that means aldol condensation only they are talking about. Acetaldehyde is CH3COH. It has alpha hydrogen, so that means aldol condensation will give rise to A, then you heat it will give rise to B. So basically you have to do the aldol condensation here. So when you do the aldol condensation, how you do it? This is CH3, C double bond O, this is H plus now you can open the alpha hydrogen CHO. Now join these two things here, carbonyl carbon and alpha hydrogen, alpha carbon. This will be CH3, C. This double bond O is converted to OH. This is H. This is CH2. It is linked to this CH2. Then CH2. Then when you heat it, right? They are asking you about Bina. So when you heat it, you will lose water and hence this thing is formed. That is nothing but that is called coronoaldehyde. So answer is A is the correct answer. Okay. Next we have you have a reaction again, reaction sequence only. Firstly you have ZnHCl, then you had NaNO2 disonium chloride you are forming. Okay, then you have HbF4 NaNO2 and copper couple. Okay, so what you are doing here? Firstly, you are doing the reduction. That means NO2 is converted to NH2. Then you are doing the diazotization. NH2 is converted to N2Cl. Then you are further doing the HbF4. HbF4 adding NaNO2. Then that is converted to NO2 again. So answer is going to be C is the correct answer. Okay, C is the correct answer. नहीं C is अरे यार I don't know why the answers are written wrong here, right? Okay, because when you are adding, ठीक है, when you are adding HbF4 plus NaNO2 plus copper couple, then you get this nitrobenzene. When you just add HbF4, then you get fluorobenzene. Okay, so answer will be C is the correct answer, not B. Okay, answer will be C is the correct answer. See, if you add only HbF4, then you get fluorobenzene. But when you further add NaNO2 and copper couple here, then beta you will get what? Then you will get this nitrobenzene. Okay? So sorry, the answer is marked wrong here. Okay? Answer is C is the correct answer. Okay? Next is question is NaOH and you heat it. So can you tell me what kind of question this is? This is alpha and this is also alpha. So you add NaOH when you have alpha hydrogen, that is nothing but that is aldol condensation only, right? Okay, so what we have to do here? NaOH and then you heat it. You just need to add these two things here. It's a nice question, but I need page to solve this question. Okay, so firstly, what you write? Firstly, write the, okay, this is the answer, but how to get this answer that I am telling you, okay? So firstly, how to do aldol condensation here? This is 1, 2, this is the double bond, you write it here, okay? Now, you write the alpha hydrogen here. This is double bond O, right? So just write it double bond O, okay? Then, I'll just write C double bond O here. Okay, because I need to open this. Here you have alpha hydrogen. So it will be written as C. This is one H. This is other H. So other H you don't need to write, just write CH here. Now you have to join these two things here. Okay? Now you have to join this here. This carbon with this particular alpha hydrogen. This carbonyl carbon with the alpha hydrogen. This is what you have to join. ठीक है wait a minute when you add NaOH and when you heat it So let us see that. This is 1, 2, 3. When you join this here, this will be double bond O, right? Here it is the carbon. This is C, right? This is the carbon. This is C. This is H. This is directly converted to double bond. This is converted to OH here, right? This is converted to OH. After that, here you have H. This is CH. Wait a minute. थोड़ा सा confusing it is. See, this double bond O is converted to OH. This carbon is linked to this carbon, and to this carbon you have the attachment of 1, 2, 3, 6 membered. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 membered ring you have to form. Okay. After this, you are also heating it. Okay, you are also heating it. So that means there is also condensation reaction. So this OH here, okay, if you see this now, this is CH. So to the next carbon here, there should be double bond O. Okay, there should be double bond O. Now you will heat it. It will lose OH. From the alpha position, it will lose hydrogen. Okay, so here what you will have, this is the cyclic ring. Here, instead of this, you will form a double bond because this hydrogen, beta, if you see this here now, this hydrogen, if you see this here, when it will be liberated, it will shift the double bond here. So the double bond will be shifted here. Then to this benzening, I'll just directly write it like this. Double bond is shifted here. To this benzene ring that is directly connected here, you will have a double bond O next to it. Okay, so it's the same reaction that we have formed here. A benzene ring, then you have a double bond, then another benzene, not benzene ring, a cyclohexane ring, then a double bond. Then to the next ring that is connected to the double bond, you have a double bond O. So answer is, this is the correct answer. Okay, that is how you solve this, right? So in this they have written just directly, but this is the proper process of solving this. Okay, carbonyl carbon to the alpha carbon that you have to connect. After that, take from the alpha and beta position. This is alpha and this is beta position. From alpha and beta position, take water here. That is the condensation part. That is the condensation part. And then you will get the final answer here. Okay? ठीक है जी? Okay? Yes. Next is these kind of questions are very interesting, very simple, yet chances of doing mistake is very high. Okay? Reason being, you might get confused in these things at what carbon to attach where, because things are slightly complicated when you are writing it down. But you have a good practice, then you will be able to solve it. Okay? Next is the electrode potential. Electrode potential of a hydrogen electrode when placed in a buffer solution is found to be this. Okay? Electrode potential is found to if the buffer is made from equal concentration of weak acid and salt with a strong base, pKa of the weak acid. Okay, so it is, first thing is buffer solution is formed from weak acid and it's salt with strong base. Okay, so you have to use that value of pKa. Okay, electrode potential of hydrogen electrode when placed in a buffer solution is found to be this. This is the electrode potential. From the electrode potential, you can get the value of H positive. From there, you can get the value of pH. You can put it in the formula of pH and you will get the value of pKa. Let us see how. Okay, let us see how. So, this is the equation, right? Either you can directly learn this equation or you can learn this from the Nernst equation, that E cell is equals to E naught cell minus 0.059 divided by n factor log of concentration of H positive. Okay? Okay. Now, if you see this here, okay, what we are doing is, we are saying the electrode potential of hydrogen electrode when placed in a buffer solution. Okay? That electrode potential when it is placed in a buffer solution is this. Okay? So that means what we are saying is, you have a hydrogen electrode that is placed in a buffer solution. That means it is H positive is giving rise to H2. Okay, so it is going to be 1 by H positive. Okay, now here you can easily calculate the value. So if you see n factor, I am just telling you how you got this equation. Okay, if you directly want to learn this equation, directly you can learn this. This is the standard equation. This is the standard equation. To save your time, you can directly learn this. But how you got this formula is directly. Okay, so here it is. We know that 2 electrons are getting added. So it is n factor is 2. Okay, E naught value for hydrogen is 0. Here you have 1 by 10 raised to power 2. So it will be 10 raised to power minus 2 here. Right. So after this, what you will get is this 2 and this 2. This is log of H positive. That will get cancelled. And here what you will have, the value of minus log of H positive is nothing but it is pH. So you can put the value of pH here. And this is what you will get as your answer. E naught cell is equals to minus 0.059 multiplied by pH directly. Okay, so I would advise you to learn this formula directly so that you are able to answer things quickly, right? But how you got it? From the Nernst equation only, right? So here it is pH. pH you can calculate putting the value of E cell that is given in the question only, that is given to be minus 0.354. Once you calculate the value of pH, right, then put the value of pH here. That is going to be, wait a minute, that is going to be, if you see, buffer is made from equal concentration of weak acid and its salt. Equal concentration. Beta, when we are saying equal concentration, that means the value of acid and H positive is going to remain the same. So if your pH value is 6, then pK is also going to be same, because that is an equal concentration. That is why directly they have put this value that is equal to this. So pK is also 6. What if they have not given here equal concentration? Then you will use the formula of pH and directly use that formula. You will get the value of pKa. Okay? Okay. Understood? Next is how many moles of NaOH must be added to 0.6 of phosphoric acid to make a buffer containing equal number of phosphate ion and its conjugate acid. Let us see that, everybody, let us see that here. Okay, let us see that here. I think within 10 to 15 minutes we'll end this class. How many moles of NaOH must be added to 0.6 of phosphoric acid to make a buffer containing equal number of phosphate ions and its conjugate acid? So what they are saying is, let me just correct it here. Okay, so what they are saying is, you have a phosphoric acid. Okay, so now in the phosphoric acid, if you see this, how many moles of NaOH must be added to 0.6 mole of phosphoric acid to make buffer containing equal moles of phosphate ion and conjugate acid. So this is the phosphate ion, this is the conjugate acid that you have to make, right? So one very simple thing. First thing is, if you see this NaOH you are adding here to H3PO4. Okay? Here you are also adding NaOH to H3PO4. 1 mole of H3PO4 they are saying. Okay, so you need to make the conjugate base. What is the conjugate base? After losing, when you talk about an acid, after losing H positive, it forms a conjugate base. Okay, so once you say this, that if it loses, let's say all the 3 H positive, then it will have this kind of conjugate base. If it loses 2 H positive, it will have this kind of conjugate base. Okay, so these are the two equations that you have here. Right? Now, how many moles of NaOH must be added to 0.6 mole? So this they have specified that this is 0.6. Okay, this is going to be 0.6. Right? Now, if you see this here, of phosphoric acid to make a buffer containing equal moles of phosphate and its conjugate acid. So phosphate ion and its conjugate acid should be equal. Okay? So phosphate ion and its conjugate acid should be equal in moles, that we can see here, right? So what you can see here, if you add, this is the major reaction part that you have. Okay? If this is 0.6, this is also 0.6. If you add half of it, that is 0.3, and here also if you add half of it, that is 0.3. Okay? then what you will get, this will be 0.6, right? This will be 0.6 and that will be 0.6, that will be 3 into 0.6. That means if you play this thing here, then simply what you have to do is 3 divided by 2, that is 1.5. Okay? So basically from this reaction only we are getting the answer. This is 0.6, 0.6, right? Here we are adding, if you multiply this by 0.3, this is 0.3. Okay? So this is turning out to be 0.9. Okay? This is turning out to be 0.6. So approximately you can see this is 0.3. Okay? So just multiply it by 10, right? And then divide it by 2 because half of it you are using here. So it will be 1.5 of NaOH is what you need here. Okay? Understood? 1.5 of NaOH is what you need to use. Here you need to know the reactions here. Okay? After the reactions, you can easily use the unitary method to see how much NaOH you need to have here. Because the number of H positive, right, it is going to neutralize the number of OH negative. Okay? The number of H positive is going to neutralize the number of OH negative. Okay? So if you have 0.6, you are taking out 3 of H positive here. So it will be 0.3. Okay? Here you are using 2 of H positive. So it will be 2 Na will be used. Here 3 of NaOH is used. Because you are consuming 3 H positive. You are consuming 2 H positive. Right? Okay? Next question here we have is, a first order reaction is 12.5% completed in 20 minutes at this. When same reaction is carried out at this temperature we have changed. It is 12.5 completed in 2.5 minutes. Okay. So percentage of completion is same. What is the activation energy? So here also beta directly you have to use this formula, that is log K2 by K1 is equals to log of initial, wait a minute. Log of K2 by K1 is equals to EA 2.303 R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. T1, T2 temperature is given to you, right? R value beta we know that is 8.314. K1, K2 is also given to you. From that directly you can calculate the value of activation energy because they have given you this in kilocalorie per mole. So you will use the value of R as 2. Okay? R will be 2 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay? Because what they are saying is to calculate this in kilocalories. Okay? So you have to put the value of R also in kilocalories only. Right? Okay. Next is, in a system, the equilibrium reaction, this is the equilibrium reaction, was studied starting NH3 and Ne. This is the equilibrium reaction was studied starting with NH3 and Ne. It is found that 10 atmospheric and 700 Kelvin, the equilibrium gases mixture is 10 mole % of each NH3 and Ne. Calculate the Kp here. Okay, so you have to calculate the value of Kp here. Everything is given to you. So how you are going to calculate it? Let us see. Okay. So if you see this question here, right, they have given you one reaction. Okay, they have given you one reaction. They have given that this reaction is there, that is balance equation, studied starting with NH3 and Ne, right? It is found that 10 atmospheric and the equilibrium gases mixture is found to be 10 mole % each of NH3 and Ne. So what exactly they are saying, if you calculate the mole fraction here, this is going to be, mole fraction of these two things are going to be unity, right? Mole fraction of N2 plus mole fraction of H2, it is going to be unity, right? So now we are saying that 10 mole %, right? That is 0.1. Okay, that means the percentage of one thing is going to be 0.1. Mole fraction is going to be 0.1. So that means if it is going to be 0.1, so you can easily calculate this will be 0.1, 0.1, right? 1 minus, okay? So totally mole fraction of N2 plus H2 is going to be 0.1, 1, right? So here what you have to do first is to let us see what is the Kp value from the reaction only, then only I will tell you why we are doing this. Okay, so here you have N2, let's say NH3 give rise to N2 plus H2. This is what we have. balance this equation, this is what you will have. Okay, this is what you will have. This will be 3, this will be 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, right? So here it is product pressure of N2 multiplied by pressure of H2 cube divided by pressure of NH3 square. Now you have to find out the pressure of N2, pressure of H2, pressure of NH3. For that, we know that pressure is equals to mole fraction into total pressure. Okay? Now, if you see this here, total pressure is already given to you here, that is PT. Okay? That means we have to find out the mole fraction of H2, N2 and NH3. That is why we are using here, we are finding the mole fraction of H2, NH2 and H2, N2 and NH3. Okay, that is the reason we are trying to find out, because when you multiply mole fraction of any component, let's say we are talking about NH3, pressure will be equals to mole fraction of NH3 multiplied by the total pressure. For that, we need to find out the mole fraction of each of them. Now, when you find out the mole fraction of each of them, how you are going to find it? This thing. But tell me, till here everything is clear or not? Kp, for that we need pressure. For pressure, we need to find out the mole fraction. Okay. Now, let us see what are the things given to us regarding the mole fraction. Okay. Yes. Now, if you see this here, now we studied starting with NH3 and inert gas. It is found that 10 in this. The equilibrium gas is mixture containing 10 mole percent of this and this. Okay. Okay. So that means if you say at equilibrium, the gaseous mixture contains 10 mole percent of this and this. So can we say that if we say mole fraction of NH3, okay, this is the mole fraction of NH3 that we are talking about. Okay, mole fraction of NH3 is given to be, where is the question? From this part of this question, we can say mole fraction of NH3, mole fraction of Ne is given to be 10 mole percent means 0.1. Okay, 10 divided by 100 means 0.1. Okay, so this is given to us. Now, if you talk about all the components, that is NH3 plus mole fraction of Ne plus mole fraction of H2 plus mole fraction of N2, that is going to be 1. Now, these two together will be 0.2. Okay, so mole fraction of H2 plus mole fraction of N2 is going to be 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. Okay, this is what they have written here, that mole fraction of N2 plus H2 is going to be 0.8. Okay, ji? Understood everybody or not? Understood this or not? Okay. Now, when you have the mole fraction of N2, now we have this is NH2, N2 and H2. We have what is the addition mole fraction of N2 plus H2, right? So what we will do, we will directly multiply it with the atoms that you have. Okay. So this H2 is directly, because this is what? This, if you see this reaction, this is 1. Okay. So this is 1. Overall, you have 4 components. 1 by 4. This is stoichiometry is 3. Overall, you have 4 components, that is Ne, NH3, N2 and H2. So it will be 3 by 4. Okay. So that is why for H2 we multiply it by 3 by 4. We multiply it by 1 by 4. Okay. Understood? So if I am saying that the mole fraction of N2 plus H2 is given to be 0.8. N2 I have out of these two, this is total 4. So this is 1 by 4, this is total 4, this is 3 by 4. So can I calculate the value of N2 and H2? Right, directly I can calculate the value of N2, H2 here. So N2 and H2 value is directly calculated. From that, when you put the value of N2, mole fraction of N2, mole fraction of H2, mole fraction of NH3, then directly you will get the partial pressures here. You can add the values and you will get the answer. But it's a very, very important question. Tell me if that is clear to you or not. Okay? If that is clear to you, let me know in the comment section. Okay? Yes. Now, Rest of the question, I think I'll give you for homework because there are too many questions. If so, let's do that in a quick way. Okay? Because the questions were really lengthy, they were time consuming. Which of the following is the correct order regarding the hydrides of fifth, sixth, and seventh group? Right? So these are the orders. So if you see this, the correct value is acidic strength of this, that is HF, then HCl, HBr, then HI. Okay? They are talking about the correct order, rest of the orders are wrong. Okay? Because here NH3, because of hydrogen bonding, it is going to be maximum. Here thermal stability of H2O is going to be maximum because of hydrogen bonding. Again, bond angle, if you talk about H2O here, bond angle is also going to get reversed here. Right? Next is, you have this reaction, right? For this reaction, they are asking you Y and Z are transition metal atoms with spin only magnetic moment values they are asking you. So what you will do here, first you need to know the reactions here, right? So let's say after this you have the formation of SO2, right? And here you have the formation of Fe2 positive, right? And this is Mn2 positive. Now they are asking you to find out the value of magnetic moment of SO2, Fe2 positive and Mn2 positive. So directly you should remember that 1 goes for 1.7, 2 goes for 2.8, 3 goes for 3.9, 4 goes for 4.9, 5 goes for 5.9. Something like this, according to the total number of unpaired electrons, we are going to calculate the magnetic moment. Next is the brown ring complex. Options are these. So brown ring is formed from this complex called FeH2O5NO2 positive. That is your brown ring complex. Choose the incorrect statement among the following. Now here they are saying Cr2 positive is reducing, Mn3 positive is oxidizing in nature. They are asking you to choose the incorrect statement here. For that also you have to go through all the statements here. So if you see this, Cr2 positive is reducing. So Cr, you have to firstly see whether they are in the stable oxidation state or not. From that you can tell actinoid contraction is greater from element to element than lanthanoid contraction. Yes, that is definitely true. Then you have in aqueous solution, Cu2 positive undergo disproportionation reaction. That is also true. If you see this, Ce4 positive is reducing in nature. So these are very, very important statements. So Ce4 positive, right? It will undergo Ce3 positive, right? And Eu2 positive will undergo Eu3 positive. So basically it is increasing, it is decreasing the oxidation number, it is increasing the oxidation number. If something is decreasing the oxidation number, it is itself getting reduced, it is oxidizing something else, so it is a good oxidizing agent, right? Itself it is getting reduced, it is a good oxidizing agent, so that means C is the incorrect statement. Okay? C is the incorrect statement here. Okay. Next is picric acid is directly beta. What is the picric acid? Picric acid is BOH with 3 NO2 groups. So answer is B is the correct answer. That is picric acid. Next question is, this question is given to you. Here you have C6H5O COCH3, AlCl3 anhydrous. And here what you will do? So you have C6H5O COCH3. Okay? Okay. AlCl3 anhydrous. What you are doing here, benzene OCOCH3, that is very, very important rearrangement. Very, very important rearrangement. Anybody in the comment section? So basically, this you will add one OH here. Basically, it is going to get rearranged. Okay, this COCH3 is going to get rearranged at ortho and para position. Anybody, what is the answer? Very important. That is Fry's rearrangement. Okay, answer is Fry's rearrangement. Very, very important. Okay, the name is very important. Fry's rearrangement. Here what happens? COCH3 that was earlier here, COCH3, it will come to ortho and the para position. This is a very, very important rearrangement, that is Fry's rearrangement. The heat of neutralization of 4 acid ABCD is given to you. If they are neutralized by a common base, the acidic character obeys the order. If now we are saying the heat of neutralization is given to you, okay? If they are neutralized by a common base, okay, the base, let's say you have the common base that is NaOH. So for that, what you need to understand, lower the heat of neutralization, more is the heat of dissociation, weaker is the acid. Okay, so talking about the acidic character, they are asking you the acidic character. So directly write heat of neutralization is directly proportional to the acidic character. Okay, heat of neutralization is directly proportional to acidic character. From there, directly from these values, you can tell. A minute, let me just. Because I think those values are not visible. So from this, directly from these values, arrange this in the increasing order. That will be your acidic strength. Okay, understood? Chalo. I think this is the last question. Let us see that. Last question is, at constant volume, okay, at constant volume and at 27 degrees Celsius, the heat of combustion is 7.8 gram of benzene, acha, is 32. So they are saying we have constant volume, and at 27 degree, the heat of combustion of this much of benzene is 327 kilojoule. What will be the heat of combustion of benzene at constant pressure? So, beta, heat of combustion, firstly tell me at constant volume, heat. That means you need to tell me the value of QV and QP. Anybody in the comment section? Anybody in the comment section? At constant pressure, they are asking you. They have given you the value of temperature. Okay? So now you need to tell me the answer. So what is the value of QP and QV? So directly you should know QP is equals to delta H, QV is equals to delta U. If you know these two values, you will be easily able to answer this. Heat of combustion of benzene, firstly you need to know this equation. Okay? This is directly from organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, right? Okay, so this is the balanced equation. Okay, you need to balance this equation because C6H6 with O2 is going to give you carbon dioxide and water. Always on combustion you have carbon dioxide and water. After that you do the balancing directly or you use the trick from the hydrocarbons, totally your choice. After this we know that delta U, or you can say delta H is equals to delta U plus delta Ng RT. Okay? Delta Ng value you can calculate here, that is 3/2. That is number of gaseous moles of product minus number of gaseous moles of reactant. R value, whenever we are talking about joules, right, energies, then it is 8.314. Because you are calculating this in kilojoules, so it will be multiplied by 10 raised to the minus 3. Okay, this value also you know, this also. Temperature is given to you, that is 300 Kelvin in the question. Now you just need to put all these values and calculate the value, because what they are asking you, they are asking you the value of QP. Okay, heat of combustion at constant pressure. That means they are asking you the value of QP here. Where it is? They are asking you the value of QP here. QP. This they have already given you. From that, putting all these values, you will get the value of QP, that is delta H here. This is also a very important question. Okay, this is also a very important question. Got it, beta or not, beta? Right now, so we can't say anything about it, right? So you just focus on your preparation. Don't indulge into all these things, right? You will lose your time in that, right? Okay. So that's it for today, guys. We have done it. Now let me just message Namrata ma'am. Okay. So students, the batch is already going on. Just one thing I think we were left with. So the batch is beta already going on. The batch is for JEE crash batch. Okay. The batch is going on for the JEE aspirants plus the VIT-EEE aspirants. So the classes are from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can directly get enrolled to this batch, where we are providing you not only JEE Mains but also VIT-EEE. But if you want to get your KCT and Comet K test series, that will be available in Crash Combo. And if you also want to get JEE previous year question books, and that is available at Crash Pro. If you only want to get the test series here, so just in the description box only, right? I'll show you in any of the description box you can see. So let us see this particular lecture, right, that I took yesterday. So in the description box, now yesterday na students were asking them session PDF. Session PDF is provided here. Session PDF, you click on that, you fill in your details, you will get the session PDF for free of cost. Okay, so all the session PDFs are in the description box only, right? Now, first is very important test series at this point, which is last mile test series for attempt 2. Here you can get that from this link, right? Okay, view close friend and you will get this in test series 399, that is just at 400 rupees, and pro test series for 499. Okay, very minimal rate we have kept it. Extra mile engineering test series, where you have test series for other exams as well. Other exams like you have MHT, KCET, VAEE, BITSAT, Comet K, ISR, VB, VBJEE. Okay, so all different state exams. These are KIITEE, EAM-CET. So different state exams and university exams that are the top university exams for you. Those exams, okay, we have kept the test series for 2025. That will be very important at this point of time. Okay, yes, so you can see the further test series here in the details. Okay, you can see the further test series here in the details. As you can see, this is to book your seat for this. If you only want to go for JEE and MHT test series, then you have this one. If you want to go for MHT-CET 2025 crash course, then this is here. For all the students who want to get enrolled into Eklavya batch, that is advanced batch, then this is the batch for you. Okay, Eklavya batch for advanced preparation. Okay, so everything is available to you in the description box. You can see, and I would really advise you to go for this test series, that is last mile test series or extra mile test series. In my opinion, go for extra mile test series, because here you're also going to get test series of other exams. Okay, around 10 exams, right? So that will be very beneficial for you, right? Okay. Okay, then I think Namrata ma'am is going to join now. So I'll just end the streaming here for some time. This will be like the screen will get paused, but after that Namrata ma'am will continue the class. Till then, bye bye. Take care. See you all. Bye bye.
Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Yes. Okay, hello Ninja Warriors. So, welcome to Mathematics mock paper now. And before I start any further, just do let me know in the chat box that which question is the very first question. From which chapter we have the very first question. Just a random guess. What do you think? By the way, it's my favorite chapter. Okay. And you'll be like, ma'am, every chapter is your favorite chapter. You say this in every chapter. Okay, alright, so hit the like button also, and we are going to get started with the mathematics mock. I hope that you are done with your physics and chemistry mock paper. Okay, alright, yes. Pramod is saying 3D. Yes. 3D is absolutely right, and the question also is absolutely very popular question from your mathematics. Okay, this is NTA's favorite. Let alpha comma beta comma gamma be the foot of perpendicular from the point 1 comma 2 comma 3. So there is proper working rule to calculate foot of perpendicular. I hope that you are aware about it. Okay, so this is 1 comma 2 comma 3. Your line is right here, which is x plus 3 y minus 1 z plus 4 upon this is 5, 2 and 3. This is equals to lambda. Okay, so now if I talk about foot of perpendicular, so you are looking for what? Alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, from the point this. Now 19 alpha plus beta plus gamma is what they are looking for. Okay, alright. Now what is the working rule? First of all, we assume 3 minus 1. So this is 3 lambda minus 4, comma 2 lambda plus 1, minus 2 to 2 lambda minus 1, then 3 lambda minus 7. Okay, so these are the steps. First of all, assume f. To get foot of perpendicular, what do? We assume f, then we calculate pf vector, and now pf vector. After pf vector, just understand that pf is perpendicular to line. So pf vector dot product with direction ratio of line. Direction ratio of line is equals to 0. Okay, so pf dot direction ratio is 0. Okay, so pf 3 lambda minus 4. Okay, dot 5. So 5. Then we are having plus 2. 2 lambda minus 1 plus we are having 3. 3 lambda minus 7 is equals to 0. 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 4 is 19, and 19 plus 9 over here. Okay, so this is, have I done anything wrong? This is not 3, 5 lambda plus minus 3, right? So this is 5 lambda. Oops, sorry. This is 5 lambda. This is 5 lambda. Now it's correct. Yes. 5 5s are 25 plus 4 29. 29 plus 9 will be 38 lambda is equals to 20 plus 2 22, and 22 plus 21 will be what? 43. So your lambda is coming out as 43 by 38. What are you looking for is alpha plus beta plus gamma. So eventually this is your alpha, this is your beta, this is your gamma. So alpha plus beta plus gamma, tell me in the chat box. 5 lambda plus 2 lambda plus 3 lambda. 7 plus 3, 10 lambda. Minus 3 plus 1. Minus 2. Minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. So 10 lambda minus 6 will be your answer. Okay. 19 times. So just multiply 19 into it. So 10 into 43 by 38 minus 6, and this is 19. So this is nothing but, if you solve it, 19, say if you multiply it, 19 ones are 19 twos are, so 43 into 5 minus 6 into 19. Okay. And if you are going to solve it, 101 will be the correct answer, which is matching with option B. Yes? Yes, 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 5 lambda. Thank you, 5 lambda. Okay, 5 lambda. Okay, alright, clear. Yes? Yes, Dharani, after so long you are coming. Next question, chalo, any guesses? Because Dhanush is saying probability, so let's do one question from probability as well. Next question is actually from probability. A and B are two independent events. Okay. So when two events, A and B, understand, when A and B are independent events, that means A bar and B bar is also independent, and A and B bar is also independent. Okay, and A bar and B is also independent. Okay, you should be aware about this. When two events are independent, their intersection probability will be nothing but product of their probability, 2 by 15. Probability of A bar into probability of B bar is equals to 2 by 15. Okay. So now let us assume that probability of A is 1. Okay. Sorry, probability of A is A, or probability of A is equals to X. So probability of A bar will be 1 minus X. Similarly, probability of B will be Y. Probability of B bar is 1 minus Y. Let's put the value, okay, over here. So 1 minus X, 1 minus Y is nothing but 2 by 15. Okay. Now what about this? This is probability of A. Probability of B bar is equals to 1 by 6. So this is probability of A is X. This is 1 minus Y is equals to 1 by 6. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, Dharani, I do remember you. Yes, X into 1 minus Y. Now what are you going to do? You want value of Y. So this is your first equation, this is your second equation. Just calculate the value of x from here. So value of x will be this. And put it over here. So this will give you 1 minus 1/6, 1 minus y. Then this is 1 minus y. This is 2 by 15. Okay. So now you just have to solve this and get the value of y. Okay. So let's take LCM. 6 minus 6y minus 1 upon 6 minus 6y. Okay. This part is sorted into 1 minus y. Was this 6 or 16? 6 is equals to 2 by 15. Okay, let us take 6 common from here. 6 into 1 minus 1 minus y cancel. So this is 5 minus 6y is equals to 6 2s are 12 upon 15. Let's cancel it up. 6 2s are 12, 6, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. 25 minus 30y is equals to 4. So this is 21 is equals to 30y. Y is nothing but 21 upon 30. 3 7s are and 3 10s are 7 by 10. Okay. So 7 by 10, that is option D. Absolutely right. Easy. What do you think? Yes, Sanskriti. है ना? So it's just that basic equation solving is there. So understand what I did first of all, because A and B are two independent events. A dash and B dash will also be independent. So A dash intersection B dash will be product of the two probabilities. Clear? Okay. Now this is again PA intersection B bar. So PA into PB bar is equals to 1 by 6. Okay. So over here PA bar into PB bar is equals to 2 by 15. So now PA is equals to A, PB is equals to B or X or Y. So this is 1 minus X, 1 minus Y is equals to 2 by 15. Here X into 1 minus Y is equals to 1 by X. Now just two equations to unknown. Calculate the value of X from one equation. Put it in another equation. Pramod, another method. Huh? Another method. You want another method on this? I mean, why? I mean, what kind of method do you want then? Yes, Pramod? Let's see. Okay. So now the next question on your screen is from, okay, so it is from circles. Okay. So this question is from circles. Okay, so number of integral values of k for which the chord of this circle x square plus y square 125. Okay, 125. This is the circle. Chord of this circle passing through 8 comma k gets bisected at 8 comma k. So what are they saying? There is a circle and this circle is clearly passing through origin. Then there is a chord of a circle which is passing through 8 comma k, and that 8 comma k is only the midpoint. Then only the chord will get bisected now. 8 comma k is the midpoint of the chord and has integral slope. Okay, and has integral slope. So how many values of number of integral values of k is what they are asking. Okay, so slope of the chord. You want slope of the chord. So first of all, let us write the equation of chord. Equation of chord will be equals to T is equals to S1. T is equals to X1. So X, X1, 8X plus YK minus 125 is equals to, put that point in the line, so 8 square 64 plus K square minus 125. At least you will have the equation of the chord. Now this is 8x plus yk is equals to 64 plus k square. Okay. So now slope will be what? Slope of this line will be minus 8 upon k. Now you want slope to be integral for what values of k? And that too integral values of k. Your slope will also be integral. You want both integral. M and k both should be integral. Okay? Yes. So that means if you put k is equals to plus minus 1 comma plus minus 2 comma plus minus 4 comma plus minus 8. These will be the values. Correct? Right? But understand that over here your 8 comma k should, this point should lie inside the circle. Yes or no? There is one more condition, that 8 comma k should lie inside the circle. Okay? So 8 comma k, condition of 8 comma k lying inside the circle. So you put 8 comma k 64 plus k square minus 125 should be less than 0, because 8 comma k should lie inside the circle, because the chord always lie inside the circle, na? Otherwise it will be tangent or neither secant nor tangent. So this should be satisfied. So k square minus, it will be 61 less than 0. Now see, understand, if you put k as plus 8 or minus 8 na, then it will not get satisfied. So k plus minus 8 will not work. Only values of k will be plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 4. That's it. Okay. So the correct answer of this question will be 6, option B. Yes? Correct? Got it? Everybody? Yes ma'am, it is sense. क्या बोल रहे? What are you saying? Next question on your screen. Okay. Next question on your screen. Good question from permutation and combination. Permutation and combination. Okay. So number of numbers greater than a million. Can you tell me what is a million? Million in the chat box. Million, million, million. Million means 10 lakh. Okay. 10 lakh. So number of numbers greater than 10 lakh. Greater than 10 lakh. Divisible by 5. Which can be formed only using these digits. So 10 lakh. Just tell me one thing. 10 lakh. So 10, 1, 0. And lakh means 5 more 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So this is 1, 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 7 numbers, 7 digit, right? 7 digit. Can you see how many options you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 digits you have and 7 places you have. Okay, so 7 digits, 7 places. I think, okay. Now divisible by 5, that means there are 2 options. That the last unit place is having 0 or unit place is having 5. So if unit place is having 0, then what can happen? And if unit place is having 5, then what can happen? If unit place is 0, then I don't have a 0 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 digits, 6 factorial upon. Now can you see 1, 1? So that means we have 2 identical. 2 factorial. 2, 2, 2. Triple 2. So 3 factorial. That's it. So 6 factorial upon 2 factorial. So 6 into 5 into 4. 3 into 2 cancel upon 2. So this is nothing but 60 numbers. Now if 5 is at this place. See, 0 cannot be at this place. So this place has how many options? Okay, so 0 we have to subtract. Okay, so let's do it. Now see, 6 places, 6 factorial upon 2 factorial, 3 factorial, that's it, minus all those number which is having 5 on the last place and 0 at the first place. Because see, here I have counted all the numbers including 0 being at the first place. But 0 being at the first place will not be greater than 10 lakh, will not be greater than 1 million. So over here I need to subtract all those cases from the total number of cases where 0 being at first place. Okay. So that is now 0 and 5 are fixed. So 5 numbers should be arranged, 5 factorial. Then we are having again 2 factorial, 3 factorial. So this is nothing but 6 into, so this so we have calculated now 60. Minus this is 5 into 4 upon 2. So this is 10. So this is 50. 60 plus 50 is 110, option B. Let me check. Okay. Clear? Perfecto. This question is done. Next question on your screen is, okay, is from, yes, conic section. Let's do a question from conic section. Now conic section mein there will be some problems that will be easily doable, but there can be some problems that you will think, what kind of problem is this? So make sure, I always say this in mathematics, make sure that you are recognizing the correct set of questions in your April attempt. Your maths paper will go very differently if you understand this point, that you have to select, identify the easy questions, okay? Because in mathematics especially, you have to attempt less number of questions. So you have more choices. Out of 25, you have to do 13 questions to get 99 percentile. But it's not the same case with physics and chemistry. Consider this ellipse. C is the center of ellipse, okay? So C is 0, 0. This is the standard ellipse. That is why C is the center of the ellipse. And P is the variable point lying on the ellipse. Now, who can tell me that if I consider a standard ellipse, what is the parametric coordinates of this ellipse? Can I assume parametric coordinates on this ellipse? Yes. Okay. So point P will be what? Point P will be, assuming a point on the ellipse. Quickly, assuming a point on the ellipse. So that is going to be 3 cos theta. A cos theta, comma B sin theta. So B is 2 sin theta. This is your P. C you have, P you have. Okay, variable point I have assumed. If the angle between CP and tangent P, tangent at P. So CP, can you see CP? C is this. So slope, angle between two lines. So angle between CP and tangent is theta. Okay, angle between CP and tangent is theta. So can anybody tell me slope of PC? Yes, ma'am, y2 minus y1, see this is 0, 0. So 2 sin theta upon 3 cos theta. And slope of tangent, anybody can tell me? So slope of tangent will be what? Slope of tangent at this point. So to get slope of tangent at this point, why don't we do one thing? We write the equation of tangent, okay? By t is equals to 0, you can write the equation of tangent. So this is going to become cos theta by 3 plus sin theta by 2 is equals to 1. Why? So slope will be minus cos theta by 3 upon sin theta by 2. So this is 2 minus 2 by 3. Cos by sin, so cot theta. This is the slope of tangent, correct? Now angle between two lines, if slope are given, we can apply the direct formula, right? We can apply the direct formula. Can we do that? Yes. So that is going to become, so this is nothing but 2 by 3 tan theta. 2 by 3 tan theta. Okay. And this is minus 2 by 3 cot theta. So tan of alpha is m1 minus m2 whole upon 1 plus m1 m2. So slope number 1 is 2 by 3 tan theta. Okay, this is plus 2 by 3 cot theta upon 1 plus. So negative sign of the slope. 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 4 by 9 modulus. Okay, so this is nothing but 5 and this is your 9. So 9 if you multiply, that is going to give you 6 tan theta plus cot theta mod. This is your tan alpha, angle between. Now angle should be minimum. And you know what? Angle will be minimum. A number and its reciprocal, the minimum value of this is nothing but 2 when theta is 45 degree. So 6 2s are 12, 12 by 5. Correct? So tan alpha will be, theta will be actually 45 degree and minimum angle they are not asking. Theta and got to know 45 degree. Now what are they asking? Let me go back. Then P may be. So P point 45 degree. 3 by root 2 comma 2 by root 2. So 3 by root 2 comma this is root 2, option B absolutely right. Everybody in the chat box getting it? Yes? Shall we move on to the next problem, my dear students? Next problem, any guesses? By the way, again, this is from my favorite topic, to be very specific, remainder theorem. Remainder theorem with the ninja technique. Okay, ninja technique. Okay. Alright. When 5 raised to power 99 is divided by 13. Okay, 5 and 13. What is the connection? You have to figure out the connection between 5 and 13. But ma'am, I cannot find any connection between 5 and 13. What I can feel is 5. If not 5, then think about 5 square. 5 square. So ma'am, 25 and 13. Ma'am, 25 and 13, yes, there is a direct connection between 25 and 13. 25 is what? So 25, nearest number is 26. 26 and 13 are closely related. That is how you have to think. Okay, so 5 now will be converted into 25. So 5 power 99 and so 5 power 1, 5 power 98 because I want to make it 25. 5 power 1, this is 5 ka square, 25 power 49. Can I write this way? Yes ma'am. Then 5 multiplied 25 can be written down as 26 minus 1 power 49. Okay. Now understand, or else what you can do is, let's just leave it here. Yes. Just tell me, if you divide, now divide by 13. If you divide 5 by 13, you are going to get 5 as the remainder. This is the ninja technique. Ninja technique. If you divide 5 by 13, you are going to get 5 as the answer. If you divide 25 by 13, you are going to get minus 1 as the answer. You basically, if it was 26, then completely divisible, 0 will be the remainder. But if it is 25, then minus 1, right? 5 into minus 1. So minus 5. Minus 5 is your remainder, but negative cannot be remainder, ma'am. So yes, to make it positive, add 13. The divisor you have to add. So minus 5 means 8 is the remainder. That is how this question is done. Okay. Alrighty. Clear. Next question on your screen is from the world of complex numbers. Okay. Which says 1 plus iota root 3 upon 1 plus iota root 3 power n is an integer, then n is equal to what? Okay, so this is actually omega upon omega, this is minus 2 omega and this is minus 2 omega power n is an integer. So basically what they are saying is, this is actually 1 upon minus 2 omega power n minus 1 is equals to an integer. What is the value of n? So if n is 1, okay, so what is the correct answer of this question? Is an integer, they are saying. Isn't it? So, this is incorrect. Something is wrong with this question. Sorry. Incorrect question. Okay. No. Because some brackets are missing. Right? No, not correct. Not correct. Okay. Our next question is from application of derivatives. Okay. The interval in which y is equals to x square e power x. Alright. Is increasing with respect to x. So we know that this is your fx. A function is increasing. You need to check whether the function is increasing or not. F dash x should be positive. So let's calculate f dash x and make it positive. So x square constant e power x plus e power x constant 2x. Correct? So this is going to give you e power x, x and 2 plus x. Now plot the critical points 0 and minus 2. Positive, negative, positive. Correct? Positive, negative, positive. So now increasing. Can you see f dash x is greater than 0? So it is from 0 to infinity, and so 0 to infinity increasing, right? And minus infinity to minus 2. Which option is correct? Increasing they are saying now. Yes, so increasing 0 to infinity. That means option C is correct. Okay. See, minus infinity to infinity, that is not increasing. Because see, minus 2 to 0, the function is decreasing. So this is wrong. Minus 2 to 0, again function is decreasing. 0 to 2. 0 to 2. Oh, okay. Something I have done something wrong, yeah. Oops, the question is e power minus x. This is a misprint over here. The question is e power minus x. So if e power minus x, so this is a negative sign. Okay, sorry. This is a negative sign. Now x square is constant. Derivative is this. This time e raised to power minus x is constant 2x. So this is what? 2 minus x. So baby curve will get changed. Will be 0 and 2. And that is going to be negative, positive, negative. So 0 to 2 is correct answer, which is option D. D. Okay, so this question was, the question I have to change. Y is equals to x square e power minus x is the question, correct? Okay, now it's fine. What do you think? Yes, Lisa. So many fires. Next question, from the world of permutation and combination, especially the properties, NPR and NCR both are given. Okay. So NPR is n factorial upon n minus r factorial is equals to 840. NCR is n factorial upon n minus r factorial is equals to 35. Okay, so n factorial upon n minus r factorial, so this is 840. So 840 upon r factorial is equals to 35. So r factorial will be 840 by 35. 7 ones are 7. 7 5s are 35. 7 ones are 7. 7 2s are 14. This is 24. R factorial is 24. Can anybody tell me what will be the value of r? What will be the value of r? Okay, so r is equals to 4 from here. The moment we see r is equals to 4, so over here 4CR is 35. Sorry, NC4 is 35. NC4 is 35. NC4 is n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 upon 4 into 2 into 3 into 1. 35 will be 5 into 7. Correct? So if you solve it, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 is nothing but 7 into 5 into 4 into, sorry, 7 into 6, let's write 6. 3 2s are 6. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4. So n is 7 as per this question. N is 7. Okay, option D. You don't have to solve the complete biquadratic. Yes, everybody in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. Okie dokie. Clear. Next question, next question. Okay, so next question on your screen is from the conic sections again. Let me open the chat box. Chat box got invisible. Joseph, R factorial is 24. Tell me, I have told you. Just remember, 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 6. You have to remember. 4 factorial is 24, 5 factorial is 120, 6 factorial is 720. You have to remember the values, right? Okay. Now, as per this question, 6, 13 and 25, 8 are the foci of hyperbola passing through the point 1, 1. So, foci of hyperbola. Okay, so foci of hyperbola is minus AE, 0 standard. I am talking about standard form hyperbola. Although this one is not standard hyperbola, but at least you know that the two focus of standard hyperbola is this. So distance between hyperbola will be the same. See, understand. For an ellipse, even if it is not a standard hyperbola, okay, but the distances will be same. The coordinates will change, but the distances will be same. So distance between foci will be 2AE and distance between these two foci will be 25 minus 6, 19 square, 361 plus 13 minus 8 is 25. So 2AE is nothing but square root of 386. Are you getting my point? (386), correct? Now one more thing. See what is happening as per the question. Two focus are given and hyperbola. Sorry, this is hyperbola, right? Hyperbola may, suppose this is a hyperbola. Two focus are given. You know what, if there is any point P on the hyperbola, which is 1, 1, by the way, this is A, this is B, PA minus PB is nothing but 2A. Hyperbola. In ellipse, PA plus PB is equals to 2A, but in hyperbola, PA minus PB is 2A, where P is any point on the hyperbola, A and B are focus of the hyperbola. So at this point, A, this is B. So can anybody tell me what is PA? This is your PA. So PA will be, if you calculate, PA will be nothing but 25, PB will be 13. So this is 25 minus 13 is equals to 2A. So this is 2, this is 1 is equals to 2A. 2A is equals to 12. You put 12 over here. 12E is equals to root 386. And your E is nothing but root 386 upon 12. Option D. You are saying C option. Why? Okay. Easy question, but yes, because we are scared of ellipse and hyperbola, na? Okay. Now, this question from statistics. Okay. The standard deviation of 35 numbers is 50. Standard deviation of 35 numbers is 50. If each number is increased by 10, then new standard deviation will be what? Okay. So standard deviation of 35 number is 50 if each number. Hello, what kind of question is this? This is the verbal question. The answer will be 50. Standard deviation remains same if you increase or decrease the observation. Okay. Standard deviation of 35 numbers is 50 if each number is increased by 10 or 20 or 30 or 500 or 700 or 1 crore. The standard deviation remains same. Okay. Alright. So you should be aware about this. There will be no effect due to addition of constant in variables. Okay. Everybody in the chat box. So this is something you should be aware about. Now the next question is from the matrices. Matrices. Okay. Yes, standard deviation variance remains unchanged if you add or subtract same constant from the observation. Okay. But if you multiply something in the observations, then it will get affected. But addition and subtraction will have no effect on standard deviation as well as variance. Keep that in mind. Okay. Alrighty. Next question, let the matrix A and the matrix B naught is this. Okay. B naught is given. Now B naught is A power 49 plus 2A power 98. Okay. Are you okay? So this question is a very good question, pattern based question, wherein A power 49 you don't even have to calculate. A is given to you and B naught is A power 49 plus 2A power 98, correct? So what you can do is you can first calculate A square and then eventually you will have to calculate, you have to understand the pattern. Okay. So just tell me what will be A square quickly. So A square, if you calculate, it will be 0, 0, 1, okay, then 1, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0. This is your A square, correct? This is A square. Now A cube ke liye what you have to do is A square multiply A. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. And there is A also 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Multiply. This is your A square. And this is your A. So row 1, column 1. So this is 1. Okay, so your A cube, if you calculate. Okay, A cube evening session is going to be approximately 1 hour. 1 hour 15 minutes. That's it. A square into A. So A cube is written over here. Okay, so A cube is identity matrix. Oh, so now you have to stop. Because if A cube is identity, now next A power 4, A power 5, everything will be identity matrix. Okay. Not A power 4, sorry. A power 3k is identity matrix. Okay. Alright, so over here, A power 49, can I write A power 48 into A? Plus this is 2A square into A power 96. So what I am trying to do is, I am splitting 49 in such a way that one part is multiple of 3, 48 plus 1, 48 is multiple of 3. Here 98. So 98 is not multiple of 3. 97? No, 97 is also not multiple of 3, but 96 is there. So 96. So now A power 48 is identity and A power 96 is also identity. So B naught over here is A plus 2A square. Correct? So A plus 2A square. Now A to you have already. 2A square. Anybody in the chat box? 2A square you can easily calculate 0, 0, 1, 1, sorry 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. This is your 2A square. Now add with A square. So B naught. Calculate B naught, which is 2A square and A. So this is 0, 1, 2. 2, 0, 1. 1, 2, 0. This is your B naught. Determinant of B naught, anybody can tell me? Because see, what you want over here is determinant of B4. ठीक है, so determinant of B4 will be what? If you take determinant, so determinant of B4 will be what? Do you remember the property? Huh? Determinant B, so determinant of adjoint, let me write the property. Determinant of adjoint of any matrix is nothing but that matrix square. Yes? So now if you take determinant both the side, put n is equals to 1. So this is determinant B4 and this is determinant adjoint of B3. Adjoint of B3, so this is determinant B3 square. Are you getting my point? Now again, you want a determinant B3, so put n is equals to 3. So determinant B3 is equals to determinant adjoint of B2. Okay. So now determinant B3. So see what is happening over here. Now you have got your B0. See, B4 is equals to adjoint of B3. And B3 will be adjoint of B2. So B3 will be adjoint of B2. Okay. B2 will be adjoint of B1. And last but not the least, adjoint. B1 will be adjoint of B0. Correct? So you know that determinant of B0, okay, so this is going to give you what? 2 power 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 power 4. 2 power 4 is 16. B0 power 16. That is determinant of B4. Now B0 value you have to calculate, and B0 is nothing but 9. So 9 power 16, or you can say 3 power 32 is the correct answer, because determinant you can calculate, na? 9 it will be there. So 3 power 32, option C. Very good question. Very good question. Yes, Golya. Golya is getting it. Now I am liking it, enjoying it. Okay. All right. Clear? Next question on your screen. Next question. Okay. This is from the determinant. In fact, summation of determinant. Okay. So delta R is given to you. You are looking for summation of delta R. Now summation you have to insert in either that row. Summation you have to insert either in a row or a column. Okay. So clearly delta sigma you are writing over here. You are looking for sigma R. Sigma will be written over here. Sigma will be written over here. Sigma will be written over here. Okay. So sigma R dot R factorial. Sigma R dot R factorial. So you have to solve it. Okay. R dot R factorial. This R can be written down as R plus 1 minus 1 into R factorial. Can I do that? Now distribute. This R factorial will get multiplied with this is R plus 1 R factorial minus R factorial. Sigma. Sigma is starting from R is equals to 0. So now you put R is equals to 0. What will you get? So R0 is 0 factorial minus 0 factorial. Put R is equals to 1. Sorry, this is nothing but here. This is sigma R plus 1 factorial minus R factorial. Now start putting it. Put R is equals to 0. R is 0, so 1 factorial minus 0 factorial. Put R is equals to, so this is T1. T2, T0, T1. Put R is equals to 1, 2 factorial minus 1 factorial. And finally put R is equals to M factorial minus M minus 1 factorial. So clearly terms will get cancelled out. Okay. So this is how your terms will get cancelled out. So you will get only 0 factorial and M factorial. So sum over here will be nothing but M factorial. Okay. Sum will be M factorial if you solve it. Okay. By telescopic series. What about this? So we have direct formula for this. We have direct formula for this. Sigma MCR whole square is 2MCM. What about this? Again we have a direct formula for this. Sigma 2R minus 1 will be nothing but M square minus 1. See, sigma 2R minus 1, 2 sigma R minus sigma 1. So this is what? 2 N M plus 1 by 2. minus m. Cancel. So this is m square plus m minus m. Sorry, this is m plus 1. Yes, m cancel, m square minus 1. So this is m square minus 1. Correct? Okay, getting it. Now just tell me one thing. Don't you think that after applying sigma, the row number 1 and row number 3 are matching? Row number 1 and row number 3, if at all they are matching, option A is absolutely correct. Okay, understanding it? Getting it? Next question on your screen. Next question is from the world of trigonometry. Let me tell you, 2025 say NTA has started showing interest in trigonometry. Okay, so do not take trigonometry lightly. Okay, now understand x is belonging to 0 to 5 pi. Equation this has how many solutions? So you see, whenever you see such a complicated equation in trigonometry, now do not try to solve it. Do not dare to solve it. Just think about range of the LHS and RHS. Just tell me what can be the minimum value of LHS. So my minimum value is 4. Right? If you put cos x minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2 square is 4. Minimum is 4. So that means that LHS is greater than or equals to 4. Yes or no? LHS is always greater than or equals to 4. Yes or no? Okay. It can never be less than 4. The bare minimum value of LHS is 4. Yes, ma'am, got it. What about the RHS? If I talk about RHS, what is the maximum? Okay. What is the range of RHS? Basically, that is what I am interested in. So, if I put sin x is equals to, see, to get the minimum value of this, okay, you want range. So, put sin is equals to 0, so you will get 4. If you put sin is equals to 1, so you will get 2. So, the right hand side is less than or equals to 4. Greater than or equals to 2, but less than or equals to 4. Are you understanding my point? The maximum value of RHS will be 4. Because see, the range of this is 2 to 4. Okay? Alright. And this is what? Minimum, bare minimum is 4. See, LHS minimum value is 4. RHS maximum value is 4. Okay? So they both equations or both LHS and RHS both has to be mutually agree that let's be 4 to be equal. You don't have any other option. Because see, if this thing is not 4, then it will be greater than 4, suppose 4.1. But if it is 4.1, this can be maximum 4, no? It can never be 4.1. Maximum value is 4. Are you getting my point? So, RHS, LHS, to hold the equality, na, RHS, LHS both should be 4. That means cos x should be minus 1 and sin x should be 0. Cos x minus 1 at odd pi. So, x is all odd pi. Pi, 3 pi and 5 pi. And at all these three values, sin is also 0. Both are satisfying. So, option D is absolutely right. Now, pi, 3 pi and 5 pi. Why are you saying option A? You are saying exactly one solution. No. No, not exactly one solution. Next question from quadratic. Quadratic. Yes. As per this question, now understand, this is a good question from quadratic. Fx is given as this and gx is another quadratic. Okay, where real roots of fx equals to 0 are alpha and beta, real roots of gx is equals to 0 are alpha plus delta plus comma beta plus 6. Okay. So, basically, roots of fx and gx are given such that minimum value of fx be minus 4. Do you know what is the formula for minimum value of any quadratic? Y minimum is nothing but minus d upon 4a. Minimum value is minus 1 by 4 in case of f of x. Let's apply this formula. So, minus d by 4a. So, negative of square root of discriminant b square. So, p square minus 4q upon 4 is equals to minus 1 by 4. minus minus cancel. So p square minus 4q will be equals to 1. This is your first equation. Okay. Now, least value of gx occurs at x equals to minus 7 by 2. Both are very different things. Both are very different things. Least value of gx occurs at 7 by 2. Are you getting my point? So, least value occurs at minus b by 2a. So, minus of b upon 2 is nothing but 7 by 2. So, from here, r is coming out as minus 7. One more thing, one last thing I would like to mention, that see what is happening. The roots of fx is alpha and beta. Roots of gx is alpha plus delta, beta plus 6. Beta plus actually delta only. This is delta misprint. Yes. Now understand what is the difference between roots of gx plus delta. Difference of root of both the equations are same. You know what is the formula of difference of roots? Formula of difference of roots. Anybody in the chat box? Formula for difference of roots. Formula for difference of roots is equals to root d upon mod a. So this is root d1 upon mod a, root d1 d2 upon mod a. So square root of p square minus 4q is equals to square root of r square minus 4s. Okay. So p square minus 4q is nothing but r square minus 4s. Because difference of roots are equal. What does that mean? This last thing will solve the question now. P square minus 4q is r square minus 4s is equals to 1. And over here, the moment you put r is equals to minus 7, 49 minus 4s is equals to 1. This implies 48 is equals to 4s. S is nothing but 12. S is 12. So what are they asking? If you got your S, that means you got your gx now. X square minus 7x plus 12. 5, 6, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the roots of this gx. Option C. There is some error in 18th question. Eh? Why? No, there is no error. What is the error? Tell me. Okay. The next question is from the world of definite integration, my dear students. Definite integration. I1 is given to you. I2 is also given to you. Okay. I1 is given to you, I2 is also given to you, right? So, see, the moment you see algebra, that is x and trigonometry together, and that too in definite integration, always apply King's property, okay? So, I1 mein and I2 mein, both mein you have to apply the King's property. Let's do it. I1 is equals to 0 to pi x sine x upon 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay. Now you have to understand that King's property means x will be replaced by pi minus x. X will be replaced by pi minus x. Okay. X will be replaced by pi minus x. So I1 will be equals to pi minus x. Sin pi minus x is sin x. 1 plus cos square x dx, integral 0 to pi. This is your second equation. This is your first equation. Okay. So now 2 times I1 is equals to 0 to pi. Then x cancel. This is pi sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. Now what you have to do is put cos x is equals to t. Cos x is equals to t. So sin x dx with a negative sign will become dt. So 0 to pi, pi is outside, by 2 minus, this is dt upon 1 plus t square. So this is minus pi by 2 tan inverse, t is what, cos x, upper limit 0 pi. Okay, if you put pi, so tan inverse cos pi is minus 1. So this is pi by 4 with a negative sign, and 0 is again, so this is minus pi by 2 will remain outside, then this is minus pi by 4 and negative sign, if you put 0 over here, it will be pi by 4 again. So this is minus plus pi square by 4 is the correct answer. I1 is plus pi square by 4. I1. Okay, I1 is plus pi square by 4. Okay. Alrighty, clear? Getting it? So now you have calculated the I1. Now you have to calculate the I2. Again, in I2 also you have to do the same thing. Apply King's property. I am going to show you the solution. See, I1 is pi square by 4 clearly. But if I talk about I2, again, apply King's property. I2 was x sine power 4. So apply King's property and add. So what you will get is this. 2I2 is equals to this 2 pi. So if you solve by Wally's formula, okay, let me just do it for you. No, I have to do it. Sorry, I have to do it. I2 is pi sine power 4x dx 0 to pi. Apply King's property. So pi minus, sorry, this is not pi, this is x. So again, x and trigonometry together, pi minus x sine power 4x dx integral 0 to pi. If you add 2I2 is equals to pi sine power 4x dx 0 to pi. Okay. Alright. So this is going to become pi by 2. Now one more thing. 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Okay. Applying Queen's property, wherein Queen's property is what? 0 to 2a f of x dx will be 0 to a f of x plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x. Okay. So again pi will come out, pi by 2 will come out. So this is 0 to pi. So 0 to pi will become 0 to pi by 2. The limit will get half. Sine raised to power 4x dx plus again 0 to pi by 2. Sine of 2a minus x. 2a here is pi. This is the original 2a, right? So pi again sine power 4x. Yes or no? Sine pi minus x is sine x only, na? So this is double. So this is this plus this. So this is what? Double 2 cancel. Pi will remain outside. 0 to pi by 2 sine power 4x cos power 0x dx. So this is done by Wally's formula. Do you remember Wally's formula? Wally's formula is, see, when both are even, then you write pi by 2. 1 pi is already there. Wally's formula, pi by 2. Then 4 is there, right? So just reduce 1 from the 4. It will be 3 and then it will be 1 upon. 4 plus 0 is 4. So 4 then gap of 1. 4 then 2 then that's it. Stop. So correct answer will be what? Pi square, 3 pi square upon 8. This is your I2. So I1 upon I2 pi square upon 4 upon 3 pi square by 8. Anybody in the chat box? So pi square cancel. 4 ones are 4 twos are. So 2 by 3 option D. Okay. All right. Clear? Next question, last question of the day. Let's conclude. Let's conclude. Okay. All right. Now this 1 plus x plus 2x square power 20 is this. What they are looking for is a1 plus a3 plus a5 all the way up to a37. Okay. And now if I talk about this, there are 40 terms. 40 terms. 20 even, 20 odd. Odd terms will go up to 39. But in the question, let's observe they are only talking about 37. So this is a slightly tricky question, not that very difficult, but it is slightly tricky. Put x equals to the working rule, how to calculate it. You want a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus a3. So put x equals to 1. If you put x equals to 1, you will get sum of all the coefficients. So a0 plus a1. If you put x equals to 1, 1 plus 2. So 4 power 20. And if you put x equals to minus 1, what will you get? You will get this term as minus 1. All the odd term will be minus 1. Minus 1, if you put it over here, it will be 2 power 20. Now you want a1, a3, all these terms. That's what you want. a1, then a3, then a5. So you have to subtract it. If you add it, you will get a0. You don't want a0. Subtract it. a0 cancel. So twice of a1 plus a3 plus a5 and all the way up to a37 plus a39. It will go up to 39. Subtract it. 4 power 20, or you can write 2 power 40 minus 2 power 20 upon 2. This 2 is gone in division. Now you don't want this a power 39. Okay, a power 39 value, if somebody will tell you now, then you will be like, okay, a power 39, I'll put the value and then I'll just subtract it. Correct or not? How to calculate a power 39? From here, multinomial theorem will come into the picture. First of all, think, if I expand this, how on the earth I'm gonna get x power 39? Because see, a power a39 will be x power 39. So you are looking for coefficient of x power 39. Coefficient of x power 39 you will get. So this is x power 2 into 19, that is 38, x power 1. So basically what you are looking for is, this is 2x square. So this term should have power 19, okay, x square. See. So multinomial theorem, I am going to write the general term 20 factorial upon 1 की power 1, 1 factorial, then 1 factorial and 19 factorial. 1 की power 1, x की power 1 and 2x square power 19. Are you getting my point? 1, 1, 19, 1, 1, 19. This will be that term. Okay, so coefficient will be what? 20 factorial upon 90 factorial. So only coefficient will be 20 into 2 power 19 is a power 39. Just put the value, and so this is a power 39 minus a power 39. So subtract it now. Minus a power 39 and put the value. So this is 20 into 2 power 19. Okay, so answer will be what? 2 power 40 है ना, 39 minus this is 2 power 19 minus this is 10 multiply 2 power 20. Okay, so if you take something common, 2 power 19 can be taken common. If you take 2 power 19 common, it will be 2 power 20 minus 1 minus, if you take 2 power 19 common from here, it will be 2 into 10. So 20. So 2 power 20 minus 21. 2 power 20 minus 21, can you see? And outside there is 2 power 19. Option B absolutely correct. Okay. Yes, everybody. Hello. ठीक है. All right, all right, all right. So we are done with today's session, okay? And I'm gonna share the PDF with you all, the combined PDF, physics, chemistry, and mathematics, okay? All right. Yes, yes, yes. Done and dusted. Okay, so all the mock tests done and dusted. There are more questions, by the way, in this PDF for your practice. So make sure that you're checking out that also. 5-6 more questions I have given. Okay. So bye bye guys. See you.